The city-state of Tyr is in, as per usual, a state of some considerable uproar. What was supposed to be a non-lethal gladiatorial match turned into something a little bit more lethal than non-lethal. Min-Max found themselves facing Elan opponents, the weird cabbage people with their white blood. Of course, they killed them. Meanwhile, in the crowd, however, their companions were intercepting a handover of key documents from Diamina of Lubar, herself an Elan, a species of artificial people created by the Order. She was meeting Caxitus of Lubar. Well, that was the plan, until our heroes came along and fucked it for her, right up the bum. Now, Diamina and Caxitus have been taken prisoner. The Elan gladiators have been slain, and our heroes are on their way to the School of Thought to engage in a slight degree of painful mental probing via psionics. Ra. Bagal. You have hurried from the arena floor in the company of Constantine, who has, it would seem, withstood his unexpected poisoning with a little more aplomb than you might previously have thought possible. The three of you hurry out to the streets, trying to catch up with your companions. Portek, Matthias, Macfari. With Diamina of Lubar and Caxitus Lubar in your custody, you bustle through the crowds, fleeing the arena at the signs of murder taking place on the arena floor, and out into the streets. People are bustling everywhere, jostling cheek by jowl. Out on the far side of the arena you head. You can just spot Ra's tall form, head and shoulders above the crowd. Bingle Bangle on her shoulders, looking around, trying to catch sight of you. Just to clarify, you would put a bucket over Diamina's head, correct? Yes.
I believe so,
correct.
yes.
And Caxitus Lubar is just simply bound.
It was over him as well, wouldn't it?
I think we would just put buckets on everybody just to be as a precaution.
Everybody's wearing a bucket. That's completely fine.
Yeah.
Carl, you were muted there for a second.
Yeah. Everybody wears a bucket if we can. Yeah.
Assuming we have enough buckets.
Yeah.
I think 2 buckets is reasonable for any Dark Sun campaign. More than that,
Yes, no, it just gets unreasonable.
You don't want to just get munchkiny about this shit. No. So you press your way through the crowd and head for the easily visible half giant with her halfling companion seated atop her shoulders. Constantine is by their side. Bagal, you see your friends approaching and presumably point out their proximity to your half giant ally and Constantine. Okay. Your group is reunited. Straight to the School of Thought, then, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not give them any opportunity to do
Why are you
anything.
grinning?
Why am I grinning? Wait and see. The School of Thought lies within the, as you probably discovered from last session, within the Golden City. But you have sufficient to pull there, Matthias. A simple wave to the gate guards, and the gates swing open, revealing the beautiful esplanades and fine paved streets. Date palms and nipa trees waving their leafy heads to either side, running water. The very picture of Tyrian opulence. School of Thought, pillared building, short way ahead. Its portico is even visible. You hurry across the causeway toward there, and you are perhaps 100 to 200 feet distance from it when the brilliant, gleaming golden figure appears in midair in front of you. shining force, waves of psychic energy thrumming off it. No sooner has the teleport activated that has brought it here, a second psychic power is unleashed, revealing this to be a master of the psionic arts. And I'm going to need saving throws against death magic from all of you, please.
This is great.
Start of the game.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Rat House. It's been 2 weeks. I'm feeling a bit murdery, I've got to admit it.
No, you don't say.
Oh, there's a 5. Poor dear Mina.
See, because of the way they change, I always forget if it's a good roll or a bad roll, because sometimes high is bad, sometimes, and I'm just sat here like, I don't know.
When my Roll20 starts behaving, I'm going to just get some numbers for you. I've rolled like 6 saving throws there. They don't all count. Only the first one does. Okay, so Diamina gasps, clutching her head, and collapses, white fluid streaming from her mouth. I see a 17 from Ra. That's a save. That's a 13 for Caxitus. He survives. Good job. Matthias, I see a 7 from you there. I will just check quickly. That's a fail. You take 45 points of damage.
It's not against poison, is it? That's not.
It's not. It's against death magic.
Okay.
So that's going to be 36 hit points that leaves you on. Constantine, a 5. God, that's even worse. Just under your target as well. Constantine, that is 45 damage to you. That puts you on 16? Oh, that's really low. Magal, I see a 17. That's a pass. You resist the psychic death field that has descended around your group and survive. Macfari, likewise. Psychic energies swarm around you, a miniature tempest of murderous metafaculties. It fails to claim your life. Boaz, a fail by 1. Boaz? No, that's going to be Portek, right?
Yes, fail by 1.
Yeah, okay. Fail by 1, so that's 45 damage to you as well. That puts you on a mighty 8.
Okay.
What you notice is that blood sprays from the, we would assume, mouth and nose of the shining golden figure. The Deathfield psionic power requires the manifestor to sacrifice a similar amount of hit points. And in so doing, activates his 3rd psionic power of the round, which would appear to be some kind of teleport trigger activated by him taking a large amount of damage. And, he vanishes.
Succeeding in killing Diamina.
Caxitus starts screaming. Yeah, well, first roll there was a 5. Poor girl.
It got through her helmet, then I take it.
Yeah, that just stops her manifesting psionic powers.
not the other way around. Okay.
It's not a protection, no.
Okay, fair enough.
Caxitus immediately just screams and throws himself straight towards you, Portek. You've got to save me! You've got to save me! What was that? What was that?
Well, you get your chance to talk this through.
He's looking around, complete panic, eyes wide and staring, sweat beading on his brow. What are you guys doing?
We need to move.
Mhm.
Inside now.
So you get yourselves into the School of Thought.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you doing with the dead Elan?
She's coming with.
She's coming with. Okay, cool.
Mark, while we're moving, Tin's going to fall to the back, pull out
Yes.
a bandage, and start wrapping it around himself. And I'm going to cast Heal on myself.
Okay, nice. The bandage, you actually realize there are no physical wounds to heal. It's a purely psychic attack that has struck at your inner core. However, even this is susceptible to the kind of healing energies that you now call upon. In addition to the elements, you feel it around you. The cosmos. The vast infinity within which the elements that make up Athas rests. A great span of stars and moons, the dark sun itself, the great beyond apart from that. And the psychic energies that have been drained from you are restored, and your injuries are healed.
You will, if anybody does look, he does look like he has a small, like a beating of a tear near his eye. Just ducks his head down a little bit more and starts moving up and just looking at the others, seeing if any of them are showing discomfort.
Constantine, your sharp perceptions reveal Matthias is kind of breathing heavily, staggering along, shaking his head, and you can see blood has poured slightly from his ears. Portek is barely able to stand. Across his body, the network of scars ever since his time as a banshee, you can see several of them have actually split open, and the blood is seeping through his clothes. As a group, you stumble in through the open doors of the School of Thought. The guards in there, obsidian weapons at the ready, see your arrival. There's shouts of alarm. The doors swing shut behind you, sealing you in. And one or two of them go running off. You can hear them shouting, Headmistress! Headmistress, they're back! Any actions from anyone else, by the way?
I will hold Portek down.
Once we're inside, I will start healing people.
You are inside now. Okay, so I'll just go around in just in screen order. Constantine, anything from you? You're still holding?
I'm holding to see if Portek is immediately moving to heal people, then Tin's gonna
Macfari?
hold back.
I'm holding, helping anybody who needs help. Just offering support.
Ra.
I imagine I'm carrying the dead body of the lady who
cabbage
fell.
woman. Yeah, good. Okay. Bingle Bangle.
So what he's going to be doing is, at the moment, just keeping an eye on Caxitus. I mean, is he still freaking out, or is he calmed down a bit?
Now you're indoors, Caxitus has calmed down a little bit. You haven't actually met him before. He's a young human male dressed in exceedingly fine clothes. There is an Ishimoth silk a cloak hanging from his shoulders, a very nice burgundy doublet. You can see he's got a small silver necklace. I mean, the guy drips with ostentatious wealth. From his accent, he sounds Urukite.
Right.
He's calming down a little bit and kind of notices you staring up at him. Swallows hard, looks back at you. Portek.
My first heal or my first healing spell will be a basic one to see whether I can get Diamina back.
Okay, so Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll scratch Cure Light Wounds. She's at like minus 36 hit points.
Okay. I need to see.
Matthias. Yeah.
Matthias is trying to be as aware as possible. As soon as that thing peers back in, I want to try and roll out of range of it.
Yes. Feet crouched, shoulders at the ready. You look around, see no sign of whatever it was reappearing. A devastating area effect attack has presumably delivered the result that it wants.
Yeah, and it fears this place.
Yes, you've already established that it's not too keen on coming too close to high-level scions. Okay, Tin, held action, or we're going to move on?
It depends on if Portek was able to heal everyone.
Portek only had a go at Diamina.
Then he'll go to Portek, hold him down, start using his bandages as best he can. Obviously doing it, and will again use his conceal while using cure critical wounds.
Okay, do you want to roll me a spell concealment check, please?
Of course.
Okay, nice. Almost the perfect roll there. Excellent. And then give me the cure crit, please.
Okay. It's
Portek,
3d8
it is
plus 3.
Yeah, it's extremely subtle, Portek. 19.
22.
Nice. Okay, his work with the bandages. Again, you're on 30 hit points now, Portek. There's no immediate sign of injuries, and yet as he bandages you up, you can feel in a sense of peace. The injury's healing. You know there's something not right here, but there's no visible sign of what he's doing. Headmistress Sciencia Strimmen strides into the room, flanked by obsidian-armed guards. Well, I take it you're not here for lessons, she says.
Indeed.
No, sorry for barging in. We just got attacked outside.
Another one? She goes straight over, drops down to one knee next to. Oh no, you're holding her, aren't you, in your arms, Ra? Strides over to you, Ra. Runs her hand across Diamina's mouth.
Don't eat it.
Thank you, Bengal Mangal. I will try to restrain my appetite.
You're welcome.
Who is this? She points at Diamina's body.
This is the kingpin of the Elan in this city. We had just managed to capture her before she could escape the city. Probably with this illustrious Urukite here.
She was posing as Lady Diamina of House Lubar.
What do you mean posing? Cactus says. What's all that white stuff?
This is the
I think there's been some misunderstanding.
The third version, I believe.
Indeed, Sciencia says. What? Cactus says. Sciencia stands, straightens up, turns to face Cactus. And you would be? I am I am Caxitus of House Lubar of the city-state of Uruk, and I am here on diplomatic credentials. What's going on?
You have stumbled into a little bit more than you can manage, I'm afraid. And I don't think your diplomatic credentials will necessarily help you here. So I suppose you better start talking.
Alternatively, Sciencia says, I could probe you. No, Cactus, no, that doesn't sound very nice at all. Look, what does you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
The beginning of what?
Why are you here? What have you come to tell her?
What were you handing over anyway?
She was handing it over to me.
Handing you what exactly?
I've already given that to Portek.
Yeah. It's a dossier.
Can any of you read?
I can read.
Yes, so can I.
Well,
Sciencia coughs.
Might be a good time to start.
Let's take this to a private office, shall we?
exactly.
And she turns to the guards. Double watch, please. Don't disturb us until I come out. The guards, staring steadfastly ahead, snap to attention. Yes, ma'am.
Our attack was clearly meant to kill this one here.
A moment later, a minute or two later, you are in her office or a meeting room or some other room. You're not entirely sure what its purpose is. Blank walls, a round table in the middle, about a dozen chairs around the outside wall. She pulls one up to the table, grates across the floor, and she sits down. First things first, you might want to be a little bit more discreet. Literacy is illegal in the city-state of Tyr. We've come a long way since the days of Kalak, but we haven't come all that far. Don't go around talking about that stuff in public, or I'll have to have you arrested. I have a reputation to maintain here. Matthias, you are known here, but you are not a noble. And your little Jazal friend, well, let's just say we wouldn't want to see you turned into a pair of boots, eh?
I was given permission to learn, though, wasn't I not? You said?
Are you asking her that?
No, I said I asked permission to learn, which is what.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and you said yeah.
If you say so. I didn't say anything of the sort.
I'm afraid
Okay.
I did not know that as a player. So.
How long have you... Just hand in your Dark Sun membership card now. Shocking.
I just knew that lots of people couldn't read. I didn't know it was illegal.
I knew it was illegal, but I obviously spoke to you before out of character.
Yes, but she doesn't know that, does she, Lee?
Oh, okay.
So,
I will be more careful in future.
thank you. A dossier, you say, my young Lord Lubar. Caxidus nods. Yes. Information on the disposition of Tyr's army. Information on... look. This is going to make a difference to me, right?
Obviously. No. Keep yapping.
A fairly thorough file on, shall we say, the transfer of power. The regicide. And the third topic was, well, actually, it was you, Portek, and your new associates, Min-Max, of course, the traitor Constantine, the bard Matthias, and a Kreen, who thankfully doesn't appear to be present. Okay, too soon. Fine. At any rate, Lady Diamina was to be handing this over to me. Look, I'm sure you know that she was spying.
Was this solicited? Was this solicited by her, that she had this available, or was it something that you requested from her?
Well, as I was saying, as you probably know, she was spying for Tyr. But her loyalties have changed, and now she works for Uruk. My father, Lord Maitan Lubar, sent me here to meet with her. Apparently, he looks around, and you can see the wheels turning. Should I say something? Should I let them kill me? Say something, let them kill me. It's not hard to see him reach the decision. According to my father, the lion has some new allies, and she's one of them. So he sent me here to get this information. She spent the last year or so compiling it, I understand. Look, it's not personal. I didn't know what I don't know what's going on, why she's got that white stuff coming out of her. And
who are these new allies of the lion beyond her?
Well, I don't know. I'm not even sure my father was supposed to tell me that.
And he didn't mention any details on those?
No. I think he was having a bit of a boast, actually.
Right.
But look.
Are you the last remaining son of him?
Yes.
Alive?
Yes. Salavar and Molestic have... Well, you know what's happened to both of them.
Yes, we do. So the question is, are you going to be number 3?
Well, I would hope not. I've just told you everything I know.
Mm-hmm. And if your father is willing to get his last remaining son back, or how eager would he be for that?
How do I know?
I don't know. You know your father, I'm presuming.
Well, I would think he'd be very eager.
Okay. How eager do you think?
I've just answered that, haven't I?
I don't know. Would he be willing to provide us information? Talk to us?
Rob will kneel down, and whoever's closest to her, she'll just say, "Have we cut him yet?"
No, I don't think so. At least I wasn't there for that.
Sounds like a good time.
Okay, let's have a look.
And I'll just walk up and scratch him with the head of one of my arrows.
He bleeds red.
Good. You won't die.
Aw, that's a shame. I mean,
immediately.
That's cool.
I don't know what they're going to do.
I want to read the letter.
Yeah, wait. So, my earlier question, did you guys instigate this thing with her, or was it the other way around? Did she come to you?
I think we could easily answer that.
I'll tell you again what I've just told you. She has been spying, accumulating information for the better part of a year for the lion. And
did she come to the lion herself, or was it the other way around?
I don't know.
Okay. Just
my father sent me here to meet her.
But she was a spy for Tyr at first, and then she changed alliances. Is that what you said?
You need to look outside
presumably
the
she was-
box here.
Presumably
is
she was loyal to
Elan.
Uruk for...
They're not loyal to anyone. They're trying to start a war between the two. She's not spying on... Well, she's spying on Tyr for the Lion, and vice versa. They've probably got someone that's doing the same to cause a war.
I'm wondering whether the Sorcerer King's new allies were maybe allied to them.
course they are.
That's why I was asking.
That's a question. We can answer that ourselves.
Is it?
His allies, who's it going to be? It's going to be more Elan that are trying to start a war.
No, it could be
Probably
another Sorcerer King.
A word in the king's ear to say that he needs to go to war.
I mean, it could be any of the other city
True,
states.
but if these Elan are doing what they have been doing consistently, then even if they are Sorcerer Kings, they might be allied under false pretenses, under false assumptions, because they have been given the wrong information. They've been manipulated.
Exactly that, which is exactly what these Elan are doing, manipulating everyone
Yes.
to start wars. They would want a clean wipe. They've already said that.
They're setting up the Sorcerer Kings against each other.
Of course,
The
which is
city
what they've been
states.
doing for years.
We've established that. I look at the lady of the house.
Sciencia has just been watching the whole conversation with some interest. I have to admit that this is a little outside of my area of responsibility, if not to say influence. I am not a politician. I am a headmistress. If you want, I can probe this man to find out what he knows, but by the
was
laws of
wondering-
the city, he needs to be handed over as a spy to either the city guard or the temperate.
Now, this is true, but we of course came running to you because, well, of the nature of this hapless husk. And since you're the one who actually are able to protect us from whatever has been chasing us,
I'm not sure I am.
It fears discovery.
exactly, and you are capable of doing so.
Tin's going to hold up the arrow and say, has the scratch from the blood on it, and say, "Is anybody else wondering how much longer this is going to work?" If they're dispatching all of them, they're obviously aware that we have a method of determining them. Cutting them is not going to be an option very much longer.
No, and this is actually my next question for the mistress of the house. Have you already figured out a way to, other than cutting, figure out how to recognize an elan? And maybe to extract information beyond their demise?
No. The Templar who you sent to us appears to all intents and purposes to be human. It is a creation of surpassing psychometabolism and telepathic power. I must admit to understanding little of even how it works, much less how to question its consciousness once that is separated from the body.
Are these creatures independent of mind, or are they controlled from a distance by some sort of telepathic bond?
Like a hive.
I have seen no indication of telepathic control from afar. I
Did we
believe
determine
them
what
to
they're
be-
made of?
Your early investigation suggested that they were made of some kind of plant composite, like they're grown.
Plant, you say?
Yeah.
While they're discussing this, Tin will reach down and see if he can actually speak with the Amiena using the speak with plants. Just kind of
Does that
touching it and
apply
just
to
kind
dead
of
plants too.
just kind of like he's looking over it, kind of again concealing, trying to look as if he's just inspecting the body.
Nice. Okay, that's a really interesting idea.
I have plant mind as a sonic ability.
feeling Tin approach, Ra will lower the body so he can see her better as well.
Yeah.
All right, just give me a spell concealment roll there, please, Chin.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I have one browser, one what's it called screen today.
That's fine.
Stop
Oh,
complaining. Go home right now.
Get the plane ready. We're doing this.
There is a fading echo of consciousness as whatever was embedded within the plant is already in the final phases of evaporation. However, you believe that those last echoes are sufficient for you to be able to communicate for a few brief moments. What would you say?
Quickly he'll say, if you had to ask her something right now, what is it? And he's going to say it in a way he's pissed. If you could ask her something, what would it be now?
Who's he saying that to? Anyone in general, or just
In the room? If you could
to
ask
live
her
a long
something,
life.
so wholesome?
Where can we find where they're grown?
Yeah.
Where can we find where? And where could we find where you were grown? And he's just being very quiet about it. Just reaching into it.
A single word comes to your mind. Crown.
Crown?
It's gone. Yep.
So he'll turn around. Does crown mean anything to anyone?
Does it?
I was kind of
Yeah,
guessing that
does
they
it?
were grown in this. You know,
Crown.
below the cities, there's these special places. I was kind of thinking they were grown below there. Has that got any sort of like link to a crown? And I looked at
Under
headmistress and I say, obviously, our friend is still alive. Yes.
Crowns that thing
Tacitus,
rich
yes.
people
No,
wear
the
on
other one we bought here.
Yeah, touch this.
Oh, the temple.
Oh, the
Yes.
temple.
Yes, he is.
Why did you ask that, Tin? And how did you get that information?
Yeah, where did that come from?
It spoke to me. Just it must have been its last gasp.
Okay.
Oh, I heard it.
and
Yeah.
How?
I have ears.
So do I, and they're a lot bigger than yours.
Yeah. So what's up?
I can talk to plants a little bit. It's a plant. I talk to it.
Very good.
Why don't you talk to this Templar? Maybe you can probe his
Hey, I
mind.
can do that too.
Wow.
So can I.
Wow. Look at you, special
No, I
guys.
can't
I
really.
can't.
I can't really, Ra. I just wanted to be special.
That's
I-
okay.
It's
I-
not.
I
It's,
can.
it's not special. It's not special. Anybody could do it. Not special.
Heard about people that talk to plants. They talk to
I
chickens.
can't.
and
I
other
can't
things.
really do it. It's just something I
Yeah,
have its
well.
wild talent.
Anyway, why don't we speak to
My
the Templar?
cousin's second aunt's brother's uncle could
I-
talk to plants. I don't
Then we might be related.
know.
Can
There was this-
can you
this
not
one
use this
cactus.
ability on the Templar?
Well, we could. Isn't the Templar alive? We can all talk to him.
Yeah, but
Yes, he is.
he might not be. He might be. Can you not talk to his subconsciousness or something? I don't know.
I can try. It's a new thing. I haven't been doing this forever.
Yeah, but doing it is how you get better at it, right?
Oh god damn it! All right, let's just go.
If you
Let's all
wish,
go
You're
out
aware I
into
stuck my
nature and
fingers
talk to
in that to
plants.
do this, right? You're aware I stuck my fingers in that to do this.
Okay, don't cry about it.
Let me stick my
man.
finger in the because I think that's how this works.
Good
Yeah,
I'm just
stick
gonna-
it in his mouth or
That sounds like a terrible idea. Bingo, but he's gonna bite me.
Okay. Well, I'll hold his
At
mouth
least
open.
once.
Or we'll break his teeth, you know.
I'm game for whatever form this takes. Let's go.
Crown.
Okay, let's go talk to the Templar. Where I'll stick my hand in his mouth and make him talk.
Is there like a capital crown?
You know, it sounded
city?
better when we just said, "Let's go talk to him." Let's just take us to him.
Nope.
Nothing to do with a crown that is like a city-state on Athas.
Nope.
Nothing like that.
No.
Have I heard of anything with that in its name? Knowledge, local history, cosmology, arcanology, any of those?
Sir Portek,
Nope.
with his extensive knowledge of
Do I know about it from my agriculture?
No, there's nothing anywhere and any reference in the Tablelands, either historically or cosmologically or geographically, that
Like no
you,
landmarks, nothing that looks like a crown or
no.
something.
no.
God, I hate
No,
riddles.
I mean, outside the Tablelands, who knows? There's a whole world out there, but within the area, within the confines of the Ringing Mountains and the Sea of Silt, the lands that you know and have studied, nothing.
Well, when little ones are born, but when they're doing it, they say that they're crowning. And if they come from the crown, maybe it was saying crowning.
What, as in they're actually born?
But it's a
Not
plant.
grown? Yeah, but you know. Maybe they got some kind of freakish monster that births them.
So you're having this conversation on the way down as
Yeah, talking about
headmistress-
crowning and whatnot.
leads you out of the meeting room, down a spiraling staircase into 1, 2, 3 sub-levels below street level. The chamber ahead, Agafari doors closed, guards on the outside. With a simple nod, one of them pulls it open. The room beyond is a scene of, quite simply, horror. Templar Maharib is stretched out. His torso hangs in the center of the room. His arms are disconnected, but strands of plant-like matter connect shoulder to bicep to elbow. His head has been removed from its torso, and yet what is clearly an etiolated windpipe and strands of fungus-like musculature. Limbs, lower limbs likewise disconnected. There are various connective tissues, all that is holding them to the central trunk. And there is a thin whimpering noise coming from his mouth. He's quite clearly still alive.
Oh, that's nasty.
I turn around to the headmistress. Really?
It required some degree of experimentation to ascertain as much as we could about his makeup.
And you're going to put this all back together or not?
Why? It is a subject of some interest, but it's it's not really alive, is it?
Well,
Constantine, you had questions.
Is it?
I think not. Constantine.
Seeing that Constantine's even gonna kind of move towards it, kind of a little cautiously. So we're asking, what is and where is the crown? Is there anything we want to ask from this? Well, what's left of this?
Where is this crown? Does he know it? Has he ever heard of it?
But that's we're already going to ask that. But it's anything else. I mean, given the nature of how it looks, I don't want to ask how it's doing, but something that can get us a little bit more information.
What hunts us?
That seems like a question that'll kill us. Good call. All right.
It could also help us protect against it.
Not what?
No, it'll do
Not
both.
What.
That's
not what, who, right?
What's their biggest weakness?
But he doesn't know. Remember, we asked him already.
okay.
What's the biggest weakness?
And so I will touch a piece of it that is still not strewn about and looks like it'll fall. And I will say, sorry for this. Help me, and I may be able to help you.
The eyes from its head kind of hanging like staring down wildly at you. Milk-like beads of sweat dot its forehead.
Do you know what the crown is?
Crown? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I asked another of your kind where you were from.
It hurts. It hurts.
Where are you made? Let's start there.
Made? I don't know. You asked me about this already. I told you.
I have not asked you anything, and I believe I'm being far kinder, and will, and he says it loud enough, and we will put you out of your misery if you comply.
I came to the villa. You told you.
He doesn't know.
I was a Templar.
He didn't know that he was an Elan. He doesn't have answers.
He wasn't given with that particular piece of memory when he was created.
This is pointless.
What do you know of the Elan, the creatures that bleed white?
Told them all. I've told you all this. We're being destroyed. They're unmaking us because we've been discovered.
Do you know who is after us or who specific is hunting you?
One of the Order. It must be one of the Order.
Do you know how to find them?
No. She knew.
Can you ask?
I told you to find her.
You did.
We did find.
Can you ask it if it knows how to identify other Elan?
Do you know how to identify others?
Some are coadjunate. We share a mind.
Can you still speak to them through that mind?
Yes, but there are none left in the city. They're all dead.
So you're only coadjunant with those specific ones in the city, or is it in a range, or how does that work?
Tin would push that through, as well, using his power.
Whichever we are shared with, like a cell.
Right.
I'm gonna release it. Say, can we put him out of his misery? He knows nothing, and there's nothing left here for us. Only thing left is to torture.
Absolutely not. We have an awful lot to learn from this thing. We have not yet even discovered how they're made.
And you won't find it from him. He doesn't have the information.
No, but we've learned some degree at least about how its circulatory system works. We might be able to understand what powers it, and with that, a way to neutralize him. This is a valuable topic of examination.
While they're talking, I'm going to step away, and I'm going to go to Diamina's body. And
I don't
cast a quick spell on Diamina's body.
What spell is that?
No history while I'm touching her.
Ah. Okay.
Since she's not a corpse that I can question, maybe she's an item that I can question or get information from.
Yes, let me have a quick look for you there.
Once upon a time, there was an elan.
When a mummy toadstool and a daddy toadstool love each other very, very much. What level is no history?
No history, be sick.
Are you sure that's a spell?
It is. Server spell.
It is now.
Streets level 1 spell. And we go here. It's a divination. One creature or object. The spell reveals to caster the common name, background, lineage, and deeds of any item, creature, place. Should such possess any notable history at all. It does not reveal secret identities, presence of magic, magical abilities, character alignment, etc. If cast on a character, it would tell of his parents, what family he belongs to, and any famous deeds of his ancestors.
Yes.
When cast on an object, it reveals the specific name of the item, if it has one, any notable deeds that it was used
hold
in.
on. The specific name of the item is Diamina of the House of Lubar, brackets, Elan, close brackets.
And the name of its maker.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
What was the second category?
That's
after
helpful.
Name?
Sorry.
What was the second category after name?
Yeah, when cast on an object, it reveals the specific name of the item, if it has one, any notable deeds it was used in, and the name of its maker.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This notably was used as a spy in the city-state of Tyr over the last year to collect information on the disposition of Tyr's army. Secondly, the powers, capabilities, and allegiances of your group. Right? And thirdly, the specific methods used to kill Kalak. Okay?
Interesting.
And this information was to be passed to the agents of Hamanu, the Lion of Uruk. Okay?
Is that its maker then?
Its maker is a name Mandalis. Mandalis. Mandalis.
Someone write that down.
That was a handy little spell.
Yeah, why haven't we done that before?
Well, it's not always something that comes to mind that a corpse is actually an object. I would normally question
heard that
the
name
corpse.
before?
Yeah. we've
None of
heard
you has had that
Mandalis
name before. Are you saying this out loud?
No, obviously not.
Okay, so don't discuss it then if you're not.
Okay.
Sciencia turns to face you. Is there anything more that we can do for you here? I rather feel we've come to a certain cul-de-sac in your questioning. If there's nothing more, I am going to hand our friend Caxitus of Lubai here over to the authorities. And much as I would like to offer you safe haven here at the School of Thought, you must understand that's really not possible. That exposes us to considerable risk.
I understand that, yes. I think the risk to us has passed with the demise of this creature here. That was the target, clearly. It immediately disappeared after that was concluded. Didn't stay to finish us off.
Just out of curiosity, not just looking around, are they using any kind of torture implements on this creature, or
no?
are they using...
You can see crystals. There are crystals kind of attached to it via thin copper wires. There's lenses that are hanging from the ceiling on intricate constructions of bone. There are no specific torture instruments, but they've pulled his arms and legs and head off. So,
Okay.
He's fine.
Well, I mean, I'm just looking to see what kind of tools they're using. That's all.
Yeah.
All things considered, he looks great.
It appears to be a combination of, although you're not a pharmacist, crystals, wiring, and lenses.
Okay. There's no like
Hedge
pruning
trimmer.
shears or anything like that.
There's no Mr. Thingy. No.
Mr. Thing. God, that takes me back.
Weed killer, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, weed killer.
Yeah, weed killer.
Pruning
yeah,
shears.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Lawnmower.
Cool. I
A strimmer.
weed whacker.
That's the Bushmaster. All right.
All right. So I follow everybody else out.
With your leave, then, Sciencia says, I will have you shown to the street.
Can I, real quick, can I do an observation check in the room to see if there's anything out of the ordinary beyond the obvious?
The weird dismembered bodies are enough for you? Okay, give me the roll.
I don't know. I just, something that I might have overlooked.
I asked Paul.
Technically, with observation, we were looking already for the bodies. We found those. We want to see other stuff. What else you got?
Like, does it
15.
feel?
Oh no, McFarry.
Does it feel like she's hiding something from her speech? Like the way she's talking, like, does it feel like she's withholding information from us?
Yeah, almost certainly, but that's Sciencia Strimman for you.
Yeah. So I quickly make sure that we have left nothing on the body of
We've looted
Yamina.
them. Yeah, I looted them already.
Yeah. Okay. So then we tell Lady Strimman to not bother with our Urukite friend. We will bring him to the right authorities. That will be our duty in this particular case.
If you're certain,
Absolutely.
I will, of course, have to report this.
That's absolutely.
Very well. So you take Caxidus with you. As you head up to the street, he's like, you're going to let me go, right? I told you everything I want, and I don't want to end up like that thing in there.
You're not.
I'm not in it long. I'm not. I promise.
We've not left you there, so why would you end up like that creature?
I'm sorry. I'm a bit upset.
I completely believe you. Don't worry. I'm going to hold him on the shoulder and try to talk to plants.
Okay.
Talk to plants.
Much as he is a bit of a plant,
He's a vegetable, but not a plant.
Yes. Not in the technical sense, so no.
Can I use talk to douchebag?
He is not a member of Led Zeppelin.
Do I have talk
Whoa,
to
hold on.
douchebag?
Say that again, please. Talk to douchebag. No, that's an 8th level spell, and you don't have those yet. That's very, very difficult to do.
It is.
It
It
is.
really is.
It involves duck lips.
So this person is, of course, of a significant interest to the city of Tyr. I think he might be actually even a bargaining chip for leverage with House Lubar, which is something they might want to have. I don't think he serves any further use than that to us in this respect, right?
Agree.
Guys?
Well, you handed him over to the council then.
Well, yes, to our mission group that we were discussing this whole elan thing within the first place, right?
Agreed.
The dark-skinned Templar.
Yes.
I forget
Hana.
her name. Yes, Hana.
So I presume that this is your lead to take, Matthias, right?
We're here already inside the gates, so why don't we just take him there now?
Okay. Before we go there, let us quickly have a scan through this scroll. I opened the scroll.
Could you heal me? By
Okay,
chance
it's
as well,
actually
Paul?
half a dozen scrolls all rolled up together in a bone tube. It contains extremely accurate information on all the topics. It notes the disposition, troops, leadership, logistics of Tyr's army as it stands now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
How detailed and how time it's exactly now, like a couple of days ago, or a month
Yeah, about
ago,
a week. It's about a week old.
Okay, yeah.
How is she still managing to get all this information? Then she's known to them as dead.
Through her
She obviously
network.
has agents of her own.
And she had that network until that time. She was getting the information in, and so once the network was discovered, this is when it started to. I'm presuming that's the network discovery is basically the cutoff date of the information.
Yeah, although it doesn't reveal sources, the impression that you have is that there were probably at least half a dozen elan at work in the city. She was coordinating them, getting information from them, from the Template, from the armed forces, from the markets. You suspect there is a criminal element involved there as well. So, yeah, she had her finger in a number of pies as a coordinating figure. But you're quite right, Matthias. Her ability to appear out in public is long since gone. On the second topic, which is you, it has a fairly detailed assessment of your capabilities. It doesn't mention anything post the encounter at Desverendi's Valley. So, Constantine, none of your recent developments, but your skill as a tracker and as an archer is noted. The gladiators, it notes your various kind of combat styles and fame. There's a little section on the sword of Camelot. Similarly with Matthias, it talks about your various connections with the council, with the Warrens. There's a section on Herodias, and it goes into some detail on all the various activities that she's been involved in, from trading escapades to criminal gangs. This thing on Tick is quite short. Giant angry bug, don't go anywhere near him. And then it moves on to the regicide, and it talks very openly about an alliance between the nobles, the current ruler of Tyr, Tithian, the Veiled Alliance, and that a group was sent out to get the Heartwood Spear.
Which nobles?
House Asticles, House Tirthani, the House Rin, House.
They were all in on it.
House Hargrave. A handful of them were in on it. Yeah, you knew Asticles was involved. You didn't know all the others.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting. What is the specifics that's listed on Portek?
Portek, it lists that you are a member of the Veiled Alliance, it lists that you are a cleric of Earth, and it lists that you are currently running an orphanage and a Dwarven military academy.
That's it.
And that you have ties to Kled. Those are the main salient points, yeah. And this is mentioned about a farm. Although that's a bit out of date now.
So that's it. No more information on Portek. Okay, good. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I presume this is not something that we want to have spread around.
Is there anything on me in there?
No, you're not mentioned at all.
I think
Tin will
that's
ask him.
probably good.
What do they have on me, Portek?
I tell him exactly what is on him.
Your previous employment with House Lubar, and that you're a personal operative for Diamina, that you performed reconnaissance activities into Tyr, that you were discovered. You and a couple of your men were discovered, captured, interrogated, and sent off into slavery, that you have then since attached yourself to the small group and you perform reconnaissance activities for them. You were part of the regicide, and then an assessment of your various personal skills.
What about me and Ra?
That you're famous gladiators, that you were Diamina's wedding gift, sold into slavery as part of an attempt to flush Diamina out, given that she had already fled to Tyr, and you have since come into possession of the Sword of Camelot, and that you were directly involved in the assassination of Kalak.
I figured as much. Humans. It's just nice to hear that we're famous.
And that you don't eat humans.
We just do a little high five to each other.
I make sure that the paper sheets that are list the information about us are taken out of this little report. And that only the information about the Tyr's current troop strength is left in the tube.
So not you and not the regicide?
No.
Good, okay.
That information is not going to be handed over.
So what information is left again?
the troop strength, the current troop strength of Tyr. Basically, that was it, right, Mark?
Council
Yeah.
And who are we handing this over to? The group that we've been working with.
Yes.
The council and stuff, I'm assuming.
Template.
Well, the council is a large body of politicians.
Yeah.
You just mentioned Templar Hana
Yeah.
as an individual.
I'm not mentioning it specifically to anybody of this because I don't want what's his face to.
Have we verified that Hana is not an elan?
We do it every
No.
time.
Okay.
We have
Yeah.
before, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think she did, right? She was there as well when we all
We
cut
all
our hands.
cut
Was she
ourselves.
there?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because then,
Yes,
yeah.
So what do? You go what? You're
Yeah.
going to go to the Bureau of State to see
Yeah.
her?
Go see how.
Yeah. Make sure that the tube with the altered information or the remaining information is going to be handed over as evidence, but all the extra information in there which relates to us is taken out. And I'm not saying
What are
that
we gonna
out
do
loud
with
to the
it?
other people, so that also our Urukites not being aware of that information being present in the tube.
Yes, gotcha.
But what are you going to do with the other information? Are you going to destroy it or keep it?
At the moment, we're on our way to the Templar, so I'm not. I'm keeping it, putting it in between my own stuff at the moment. But I'll
Keep
destroy
the
it
information
afterwards.
about us. Keep the information about us, not the regicide. If somebody starts looking into us, we can always release it. Release false information that's older than they can use,
Well,
written
either
by
way,
hands that are outside of ours.
Yeah, either for now that this is what we're going to keep out of the hands of the Template. They don't need
Curious
to
to see.
know this.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Fine. So you head to the Bureau of State, which is actually further down the main thoroughfare in the Golden City, and there's a small group of guards outside, as you might expect. Matthias, you're leading on this, are you?
Yes.
Okay. One of them nods. Master Matthias, what can we do for you?
We're here to see the Templar Hana, please.
Temple Hana, do you have an appointment, sir?
No, but this is very important.
Very well. This is something they hear 6 times a day and 7 times before breakfast on Wednesdays, but nevertheless, he heads inside, and to your interest, Hana agrees to see you actually almost immediately. As your group troops in, she's in the middle of a meeting in her office with a couple of minor functionaries. Politely asks them to leave. Matthias,
Vortex steps forward and cuts his hand.
he does likewise. Bleeds red.
We have
She leans forward, hands on her knees. Hello.
Hello.
Who are you? She's talking to
Oh.
Macfari.
I am Macfari. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Right. Well, my name is Templar Hana, with the Bureau of Security. You have my condolences that with whatever twist of fate has led you to be wound up with these troublemakers. Matthias, an urgent meeting. What can I do for you and your friend?
we bring you a couple of
Shoots up toward
gifts.
Caxton. I'm Caxton of Lubar, and I claim diplomatic sanctuary.
Is this the last remaining son of Lord Lubar?
Yeah, so I gather. Diplomatic sanctury, he says
Yes,
again.
obviously look after him for us. He can tell you
Acting
everything
loud is
he
not going to make
knows.
it happen, you know.
Won't
We'll
give you much
see.
trouble. Don't worry.
Let's hear him out. Sanctuary from whom? Everybody. The School of Thought. These people. The Order. Right.
You'd never guess, but he's just had a meeting with Lady Diamina.
Again?
Another one, yes, the third one actually.
I believe the final one. I think we think.
Oh,
right?
do we know that?
It appears
No,
that all
we're
others
not
have been-
sure, but we think so. Yes.
It appears that all the white bleeding elan in the city have
Yes.
been
I
destroyed.
heard some rumors concerning Templar Maharib.
Oh.
You think they're all done now? Why is that?
The fear of being found out.
And also that they're being dispatched.
And we discovered the network. Yes.
Also, the member of the order who made his presence known and slew the last Diamina a few moments ago outside the School of Thought.
Ah, right, yes. That's what I was having a meeting with about just now. We were trying to figure out what that was. You say that was one of the order.
That is what we believe, yes.
Golden
Min
figure.
Max, I understand there was some to-do in the arena earlier on today.
Yes, we were having one of our first non-lethal gladiator matches that turned out far more lethal than we thought, and they were both elan from
And they
Uruk.
used poison.
They did.
Yes, well, the match has been declared null and void. It's cost me 5 gold pieces. I did bet on you to win.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
as you should.
They did win, so
No, I will take that
Yeah,
up with
even when-
Bantha.
win by
Even though they
beheading.
cheated, we still won.
Exactly, they cheated. Cheater.
That's a good point. I might be able to get my money back.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Tell
well,
them
on
that
to
I-
less important
I put
matters. Tell
100
us
gold on
about
it.
this.
We also have the information of what Lady Diamina was handing over to this gentleman here.
Oh, I
Hand
see.
up.
Diplomatic immunity. You're a spy. Oh,
I nudge him. Stop mumbling.
yes, I was sent to collect information for my father. I didn't know that Diamina was in Along. I didn't know it at all.
By your reckoning, he was just a spy. She was just a spy for Uruk, right?
Well, yes. I mean, I don't know.
That technically
what
makes
else.
you a spy too.
Yes. The gathering of information from one spy transferred to you makes you culpable for the previous actions. You are, in fact, a spy now.
But that's why I'm claiming immunity. So the problems. So they just go away.
Yeah, that's not how things work. That's.
No,
I mean,
no.
I like where your head is. Sounds
It's
like a fun thing to drop everywhere, but not today.
It's funny, actually. Maybe returning him to his father might not actually do the House Lubar any favors.
He looks really upset at this.
But anyway,
I
you can use
hand the
him
bone.
as a
I
bargain.
hand the bone tube over to the Templar. This is the information on the armies.
She scans it.
From here.
Oh, Diamina's been busy, I see.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, perhaps we can arrange a little exchange, shall we? I will send messages to Maitan of Lubar. And,
It's a good bargaining chip.
yes, thank you. You're serious that you did not know anything about Diamina's true identity? Cactus nods. I'm completely serious. All I was told was that the lion had new allies and Diamina was one of them. And I was to come and see her and get information off her and bring it home to Papa.
And this was imparted to you by your papa, right?
Yes.
My daddy.
She frowns briefly, and then a moment or two later, a pair of guards appear. Would you show our guest here, she says, gesturing at Caxtus, to a secure room? I will come and talk with him later.
Yes, be mindful. He has a diplomatic sanctuary, so
The guards frog march Cactus out of the room, and you can hear him blubbering and protesting and crying all the way down the hallway until he's finally out of earshot. Right.
It seems. Sorry.
That's a disturbing development.
You are aware that they tried to attack us earlier as well, right?
Yes, Captain Zalcor had mentioned some issue at your villa. What I mean, though, is if what he's saying is correct, he's talking about an alliance between the Lion and the Order.
Yes.
Maitan Lubar may not know that, but that's what he's describing.
Exactly. We do have a couple of other pieces of information. I looked at a group. A name and a description of something. It means nothing to us.
I didn't share, guys. I didn't share that out loud. That name.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you said it.
At least I am presuming the spell doesn't shout out the information. No.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I was not going to tell the lady of the.
No, I knew you didn't want to tell her. Yeah.
No, exactly. So I
we will just rewind that bit. Good.
Yeah. And I want to discuss it with you guys before I actually want to give it to these people here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. Go ahead, Portek.
It is clear from all the actions that we've seen so far is that they actually want the Sorcerer Kings to fight each other. That's the Order's tactic. That's their goal.
Yes, to a point. I'm concerned that their goals changed. They've clearly, if what you say is correct, are, shall we say, wrapping up the Elan program.
In Tyr, yes.
That might signal a change of approach. Certainly in Tyr, maybe elsewhere.
I don't know whether they're wrapping it up elsewhere, but in Tyr they're wrapping it up. But of course that makes kind of sense because there's no more Sorcerer King to get rid of.
Still, they want to reset. Does the...
Yes, but this information will not remain confined to Tyr.
No. Elan.
The existence of the Elan, it is in fact in our benefit to spread that to other city-states.
Mm-hmm. So, when you think of the Elan, how would you tie the word crown to that?
Based on what you've just said, a connection to one of the Sorcerer Monarchs.
What do you mean?
We asked where they were being... Oh. Tin, what did you ask again?
Which regard? You mean when I was asking
you
who
said
made them?
You can speak to plants. We know that the Elan are plant-based. You got the word crown from her last thought. When we asked, where are you being made? And the word was crown.
Yeah, I know as much as you do. Crown was the last thing that she said.
The laboratories of a Sorcerer King? I can think of no other connection for the word crown save that of royalty. Unless it's a metaphor for something.
Would it describe a geographical feature of some kind?
Or a location?
I suppose. Smoking Crown.
What's that? Or where's that?
That's the volcano mines near Uruk. The obsidian mines at the volcano by Uruk. It's the only geographical location that I know of with the name Crown in it.
That could be a lead, yes.
Another Urukite connection, if that's true. I like it not. I like it not at all.
Well, they did just invade the place.
The lion has suffered a number of setbacks. Perhaps he feels it in his interest to seek an unorthodox alliance. I do not know.
Perhaps it is also another deception.
Indeed.
We couldn't get any other information off the Stiamina or this version.
No, they would be extremely poor agents if there were repositories of law.
Well, the creature specifically came to kill it and then disappeared. So we couldn't get any important information from it.
This time it was particularly swift in its actions. It managed to affect all of us and vanish.
Yes, I have heard of psionic powers that can be devastating over whole areas. What do you plan to do next?
We would rest and then plan to we'll then discuss what we're going to do.
As you wish.
If you have any ideas or insights at a later date after we leave, perhaps you can leave word at Matthias's village. Villa, sorry. Not village. He doesn't have a village.
We will question Caxitus. See what he can bring forth. Possibly we can ransom him to his father to make Maitan give up some information.
This is what I was thinking. Bargaining chip.
Yeah. His last son must have some value.
Yes.
Have we, as a city, re-initiated iron shipments to Uruk yet?
Yes. Oh, yes. We've been busy with iron shipments for 9 months now.
So that is not the reason why the lion is still interested in us. We're not withholding it from him.
No. No, the House Stella are an excellent customer. That would be to Tyr's disadvantage. There are only 6 other cities, after all.
I know. I know somebody might be vindictive and trying to keep it back or something, and that might. He needs his iron. You know it.
Those days must be gone in Tyr.
Yeah.
Vindictive Templars are a hindrance.
Yes.
But no time for them.
Indeed.
She stands. Well,
I need to go
thank you for
and
bringing
attend
this
to
to me.
other affairs, you know.
Do we have, or does the Bureau have a list of known psionicists of repute in this city?
Yes.
Could we have a look at that list?
Absolutely not. What a curiously naive question.
Considering the subject we're on, I want to make sure that Tyr is not...
You have a name. You're looking
Could
for a
be.
name. Tell me the name, and I'll check the list myself.
I'm hesitant.
Well, you know where to find me. She stands.
For obvious reasons. Considering the last 2 attacks.
Of course. If you have a change of heart,
Let's just say it,
I'm at your
Bartek.
disposal.
If you have something...
I look around the group, yeah.
If you have information, let's share it now. We can't survive these attacks. We can't do anything against them.
The Amina apparently was created by a Mandalis.
That has to be a mistake.
What is a Mandalis?
He's a farmer. He's quite a wealthy one. Owns one of the largest Ishimoth farms outside the city.
Don't grow plant matter by chance, do they?
Well, I mean, Ishimoths have to eat, but...
Worth paying them a visit, but maybe covertly.
Trust me, Mandalis created
How do you know?
the Amina. I used divination magic.
I believe you.
I would, if you believe Mandalis to be a member of the Order, I would not go anywhere near him.
No, exactly. But I don't know whether he's a member of the Order or what, but the only thing I know is that he created this... we didn't. Did we take it with us, the husk, or did we leave that behind?
You didn't say, but that's up to you.
Nobody carried it away, so I'd assume we left it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It was still in Ra's hands last time I looked.
Yeah, I don't know if she would have.
It's your decision.
It away home.
Yeah.
Half giants have a habit of carrying things around in these games that, and they forget about them.
You know what?
We're dead. They were very clearly dead.
Why not? I've been using her as a cuddle buddy. She's with me.
Okay, lovely. Small amount of seepage, but okay, good.
She's a little bit squished. Some bones are broken, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, Bengal's feet are very much staying away from that.
You're on the other shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah.
So you mentioned not going to pay this Mandalis a visit. Is he?
Who
is
would
he,
be qualified to do that?
He's local.
Oh, he's a Tyrian. Yes.
That's what I was afraid of. The thing is that Psionicist that tried to attack us twice was very careful not to be recognized, and once he was about to be discovered by the lady of the house up the road,
he vanished.
He made sure that he skedaddled. So I thought maybe he's known here, and that's why I'm asking that name, whether it's a local.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Is there anything that can be done to apprehend this individual?
If he is a powerful scion, as you seem to suspect, that's unlikely.
He let loose several psionic effects in such rapid succession. He's very powerful.
I will.
If he's the same.
I will have a small group of Templars pay him a visit on purely routine business, taxation, import-export licenses, nothing to arouse suspicion, just to make an assessment, shall we say.
Why don't we just have them deliver the husk here?
To him.
Return to sender. Sorry, my sense of humor sometimes gets away from me.
Yes, at the moment we have one advantage over this individual. If your assessment is correct, he doesn't know that we know who he is. That is an extremely valuable piece of information.
I don't think I have anything else.
Look into that immediately.
No, I need to go and take care of farm matters now.
Would it be prudent to alert the headmistress of the psionic school to aid you in this matter?
No.
I was very specific not to mention it there either.
I am trying to remain discreet. a small group of Templars checking up on crop licenses and import-export duties will arouse no suspicion whatsoever. A scientist turning up, that will get people killed.
If it does, we know he's guilty.
And what good does that do us? You think we can arrest this man?
You need to bring some serious backup to do so, I think, if that's indeed the case. If
There's
he's
nobody-
capable of creating this.
There's nobody in the city who can...
So basically one man is holding a whole city hostage.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Exactly. It's kind of the story of our lovely world, isn't it?
It is indeed. I will get the wheels rolling in this matter. With your
Thank
leave.
you.
And ladies, gentlemen, thank you very much. You remain true servants of Tyr.
Something else that we maybe need to briefly point out here. We have a feeling that the order and this whole thing also is involving the levy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, whether you do or not, be careful with that information if you go asking around if you really don't know what this is about.
You might consider taking your own advice.
We are doing so. We are very careful with this.
You are not being careful at all. You have just raised a very sensitive matter with the Templar of the Bureau of Security.
Someone that we trust.
There are matters which exceed trust.
This is something that we need to resolve as a city.
You think you can resolve this?
We're working on it.
Really?
Yes.
I have not had cause to regret my association with you up until now. But at this moment, I regret it very deeply.
We will not mention it again.
Good day to you. Well, with that, the meeting's over. Whether you wish it to be or not, Hana has you immediately shown out of the room, the building, and the Golden City. Your escort marches you all the way to the gates. From there to where? Back to the villa?
I need to rest, I'm hurt.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I will, on the way, I will do some healing.
On the way?
Yeah.
Like in the street kind of thing?
Well, outside of the gate in a discreet corner somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Who's getting it? Injuries.
Jake.
Raz at 120 hit points out of 140. Portek, you're at 30 out of 53. And Matthias is at 36 out of 81.
Let me... where are we? Spells. I will cast some on a Cure Serious on...
Why so?
Matthias. Here we go. Oh, wonderful. And another Cure Serious.
19. Okay.
Cure Serious on me.
Hold on. Matthias, 19 is 45, 55. Portek. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm rolling awfully. And one more.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, 15. That
Mhm.
puts you on 45.
Okay, that'll have to do for now. Oh, wait, I'll do some lights. I'll do some cure lights. Give me a sec.
Okay.
I already did one.
Oh, wait, Hana.
One more on myself.
So
Another one on
3,
myself.
5.
And 2 more on. That
5
should-
on you and 11 on Matthias. So you're on
Yes.
50. Matthias is on 66. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
Good.
kindly.
All right. You make your way then back across here to Matthias's villa. Jossa trots out into the streets to meet you as you arrive. Jossa, you might recall, Bingle Bangle is the head of your halfling
Yeah.
cadre.
That's right. She's the buff woman.
She is. You're back, boss.
Very much so. How have things
Yeah.
been going here?
You've got a visitor. Well, you always visitors. You had a bunch, actually, Matthias, she says. Little broad-shouldered halfling stares up at you. There was a bunch of well, I thought there was mercenaries. But they said there was former guards of House Freydlav looking to get even, and they figured you was a good choice to help them do that. They'll be back in the morning. Freydlav, you might recall, is the house that you helped ruin on behalf of House Minthor.
Ew, yes.
Also, Justice says, your big golden friend is back.
What? Where?
He's inside. He's just been sitting there staring at the wall.
Oh,
Golden friend.
I'll
Yeah.
walk straight away in
isn't that
and see
Carbonite?
Gorgonar.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, not the weird glowing thing golden that killed us. Or almost. No.
Not the
No,
terrifying agent of the order. No.
Oh yeah. And by the way, this terrible thing is here.
Did,
Also-
Yeah.
did Zorak come by?
Yeah, he did. Ra, Jossa says, patting you on the thigh. But he was actually. It's been a bit of a day for that. He said his brother has pitched up in Tyr, with some more half giants, and he was looking for you. But Zorak's gone off to see his brother. So
Weren't you telling me the other day that there was a group of half giants in the city looking for us?
there's a whole bunch of them. But I didn't know they was being led by Zorak's brother. Anyway, he's wandered off again. Yeah, you lot are getting pretty popular. You've got former Freydlav troops, bunch of half giants, and then crack halfling murder squad number 1.
And what a squad it is.
We should make an army and go and conquer something. Should we go conquer Uruk?
Yeah, why not?
Excellent, good. Well,
I've got a farm.
I'm
we
just
could
gonna have a
conquer.
few more of Matthias's apples first, though, if that's okay.
I'll give him like a really hard head pat to kind of be like, yeah, but also you ain't nothing.
She's like, all right, okay, good. You can see why she's the important partner, can't you, boss?
Yes, very much so. What would I do without her? Well, I'd have to walk everywhere.
I was going to say, get a step ladder, yeah.
Yeah.
Constantine, you've already strode into the building. And indeed,
I
seated there,
follow him.
arms folded in his
So do I.
robes, hood thrown back, elongated golden head, staring in calm meditation at the far wall.
Tin will just walk in, lean, and be like, "It's a very nice wall."
Hello, Constantine.
Anything of note that we should know about the wall, or
There is no wall, Constantine. Your friends are all back. Outstanding. I have finished my preparations. If you and your companions are still ready and willing, I suggest we begin our hunt for the truth of where it lives.
We just got back to settle in and get a little bit of rest. We had some business with an elan, so we're just going to get in proper order and then be straight away.
As you wish. With your permission, Matthias, I will remain here.
You're more than welcome.
I thank you.
Just leave the apples for the halflings.
Before we go.
Actually, you're a druid type, aren't you? Can you not make them grow faster so that I can replenish them? I'm nearly out of stock.
I am not a druid type.
If only we needed a druid.
You should have spoken to Desverendi before he went back to sleep.
Portek goes into the garden entrance and retrieves from the depths of the stone the box. That is,
with the peerless diadem inside. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And walks back in and presents it to Gorgonide. This is the the item we spoke of. There's protection on the box, I believe. But...
Yes, I can see. And I also recall you assuring me that it was not cursed in any way. Understandable. I will spend the remainder of the morning and afternoon examining this to give you time to make whatever preparations you need to make. I believe I have located the tomb of Galek Sandstrider. He is the only person who has a record of a first-hand encounter with the dragon.
Really?
Yes, I understand that a fragment of his journal, if not the entire journal, was interred with him.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yes.
Indeed. Intriguing.
He looks around. So as soon as you are ready, I suggest we get underway.
What are we at the moment waiting for? What are we going to prepare?
We're resting, and then we can go.
Constantine indicated that you had had a little head-to-head with one of the Elan, and
Yes.
needed to replenish your reserves, shall we say?
Depending on how are we traveling there? Do we have time on the way to replenish our reserves, or is that not a...
I have never been there, so I am hesitant to carry us there by magic. I had thought simply to travel in the old-fashioned way by some kanks. It's there's a fortress. It's not far from Kled, I believe, a former stronghold of the Butcher, who laid low the people of that.
We've been there. We've been there. That was where the elves were holed up, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, the ones that stole all your money.
No,
The
the
one
elves
Ra.
that we
No,
helped
the elves that,
liberate of their chieftain. That one.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they were better.
That was that fortress, right? That's the old fortress of the Butcher, as far as I remember from my archaeological research in the region.
I think so.
Well, at least we'll know the lay of the land.
Right. Well, there is a vault beneath this fortress where Galak Sandstrider is supposed to be buried.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't know this. Interesting. And And I quickly described the area and the ruins. That is the butcher one, right?
Yes, at the head of the canyon, almost 5 or 10 miles north. Yes, that.
Well, the elven tribe was holed up in that place when we met them. It's funny how history circles back on itself. Interesting.
Sometimes the elements smile upon us.
Yeah.
Very well.
I suppose if we're going by tank, we can replenish on the way. Or do you want to rest another day?
I need to take care of farm business.
We can rest the evening, head off in the morning.
I also want to pop by and speak to Zorak and those half-giants.
Okay. Well, will you take care of the farm business then, Matthias? I will take the money that you loan me and make sure that I try and put together a financial recuperation of our losses, or at least mine.
Yeah.
You'll have to recoup your losses in terms of actual crops next year. Even with a druid, Matthias, you would not be able to replenish your crops in time.
There's no next year for me, Tim. What they did ruined. I can't afford next year.
But I thought we talked that you were going to go to the council. You're a council member. You can bring this to an official complaint, right?
I thought about more of doing it behind the scenes.
Okay. But, well, that's your thing and your sphere of influence. I do not have that kind of reach. I have to trust you to resolve that. I'll try and set up a trade to recoup at least some of the losses so that at least I will survive this and not go bankrupt.
What do you need to survive this, Matthias?
I think
1,200 gold.
I think it's about 150,000 ceramic pieces.
1,500 gold.
Around that.
Jeez.
Well, Gorgonath says, I will rest then myself until morning. But I do not wish to delay this matter any further.
Agreed.
If you are unable to join me and have other things that demand your attention, then I suggest that you do so. I intend to be underway as soon as possible.
The morning, basically.
Yes.
Okay. We have an afternoon.
All right.
I send for Carodius. We could do this all offline if you want.
We'll have a quick discussion. We'll have a quick discussion over this during the break. Hello and welcome back to Dark Sun live on Lawful Stupid RPG and the second half of part 3 of Asticlian Gambit. If you've played through Asticlian Gambit, you'll recognize nothing of what's happening, and that's their fault. But fine. Okay. After your morning in the Golden City at the School of Thought and the Bureau of Security, you have returned to Matthias's villa, where Corganard, the Evangion, has indicated that he is ready to go and seek out the tomb of Galek Sandstrider, where he believes information can be found that will lead you to the abode of the dragon. Because why not? Your 9th level, you can take on anything. In the meantime, you guys have decided, while your spellcasters are re-preparing their spells, to engage in a small amount of activity. Portek, you head to Iron Square and spend the afternoon searching for a trader who will be willing to, well, A, work for you as a logistic expert for your military academy, and B, help you set up a trade to the city-state of Balik, by which you can recoup some of the losses you have incurred by those dastardly Minthors burning all your crops.
Yes.
Right. You discover a man by the name of Vaxaros. He was formerly of House Wavir of Barek, that is now looking for fresh employment. Small exchange of 100-odd ceramics secures him in your employment, and he begins working on the markets and says he'll get back to you in a day or so when he's assessed what the situation is and what goods can best be bought to make a successful and profitable round trip to the city of Sales. Matthias, you seek out your friend Chirodius.
Yeah.
And discuss with her the possibilities of raising a complaint in the city council against House Minthor, making it all legal, of course, finding ways to force Travalis Minthor to account for the activities of his son, the delectable Verassi. Chirodius indicates that this is not something that will happen quickly, but she will start laying out some bribes and putting the groundwork together for a council meeting to call to account those who have wronged you so deeply. Macfari, Constantine, you spend the remainder of the afternoon and evening in deep meditation. Macfari, for you, meditation looks largely like strumming your Lakora, paying attention to the musical notations that you have brought with you. They're just songs, they're not spells. But nevertheless, it refreshes the arcane well of energy that lives within you. And Constantine, for you, it is sitting in the garden, feeling the air around you, the earth beneath you, the water in the fountains, the flickering of the torches, and beyond these elements, the vast, stately dance of the cosmos. It knows you, it sees you, it touches you. And you know that when you are ready, you may call upon it once more.
I'm falling asleep out there, by the way. You feel the cosmos.
In the morning, Mom.
I want to go to school.
Max. You head out to the state. You head out to the state farms. Again, Bingle Bangle atop Ra's shoulders, looking around. They're not hard to spot. There is an entire... Well, I don't know what the collective noun is for half giants. An entire bicep of half giants. There's a large number of them at any rate. Sitting around on the ground. One of them chewing on an Inix haunch. The others appear to be playing Hawk's Gambit and then realizing they can't actually count higher than 3. Zorak spots you, Bingle Bangle, head and shoulders above everybody else, and then waves, Bingle Bangle, over here, over here.
I describe obviously what we're seeing to Ra, and I suppose she maneuvers that way.
Yeah, I'll follow the sound of the voice and head on over.
Yeah, you hear the sound of Zorak's voice, and you feel him approach. The unmistakable redolent, slight orange peel scent of him, and pats you on the shoulders.
Daddy.
We've been looking for you. You've been away all morning.
Yes, our apologies.
This you might. Sasha, get up. Put that down. You can eat it later. Wipe your hands. This is my brother Zoshak.
Hello.
Hello. The half giant says, Bagal, you recognize Zoshak and another half giant standing right behind him. At the end of the conflict with Uruk, Zorak, Zoshak, and the third half giant, whose name you recall as Kla, were talked down. They were the personal bodyguard of Salavar Lubar, but actually Ra managed to convince them to throw down their weapons. And this, of course, was the beginning of a beautiful relationship with Zorak.
Yes.
Zoshak and Kla did not accompany you to Tyr. But now here they are again, and with them, 25, 30 other half-giants. Mismatched armor, heavy weapons, clubs. One of them's just pulled up a tree and has it cradled across his lap. Zosak clears his throat. I look in lots of places for other half giants, and I say to them that Ra can kill really good, and Ra also needly kill me, and needly kill my brother.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize, Zorak says. What Zoshak's trying to say is that he was impressed.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Zoshak says. Imprint. I think it good.
Thank you. I think you did good too.
He has spent almost the last year, Zorak says, traveling between the city-states, gathering together half-giant warriors. Yes, Zoshak says. We also killed good.
But that's great. Why have you gathered them for?
We fight with Ra. Not fight with Ra, fight near Ra.
I think what Zoshak is trying to say is that they want to join
be
us.
my friend.
A bludgeon of half giants. I love it, Static Display. That's the perfect name now. A bludgeon of
What's a halfling? A murder of halflings?
Yeah, murder of halflings.
Yeah.
A bludgeon of half giants.
A cannibalism of halflings.
Halflings, yeah.
That's right, Zorak says. Zoshak, they want you to be their leader, to bring great glory.
Oh, wow. That would be really cool. We can always use the help, and you guys all fought really well, and it sounds like you're all really impressive. So.
Zoshak turns to Kla. See,
She kind of
Kla?
blushes.
Kla just makes this kind of noise. Kla is happy, Zoshak says.
I'm glad. Do you guys have somewhere to stay?
No, we're not allowed in city.
Or maybe we could find them lodging on one of the farms outside.
That is what I think, Zorak says. I think maybe Matthias's farm or Portek's farm, but I could not find them. I could not find any of you today.
Yeah, we've been rather busy.
But I think it's a good idea.
I think so.
Zorak is very smart, Zoshak says.
He
We're
is
both just
really
nodding like, yep.
He's very smart too. I could ask Matthias and see if that's okay. How are you all as builders?
What?
As putting up like something to sleep in, like a
You
hut.
make bricks good, son?
We like to kill things.
Well, I'm sure we can find some people that can put something together for you all and a nice place to stay.
Yeah, Kla is happy with that too.
I think I get Cla's happy noise now.
Zorak nods. Good.
I want to
Then,
know other noises.
We wait here for you to talk to Matthias.
Yeah, sure. That should be fine. He actually is currently, I think, dealing with something to do with the farm. But once he's back, I'm sure we can find somewhere for you guys to stay.
If Zoshak and Kla and the others had been here when the Minthors came, we would have crushed their skulls into the dirt and worn their skins as jock straps, Zorak says.
Well, you may still get the chance. Oh, that's his aroused sound.
Russ
Thank
like
you.
kind of cowering at the noise. Like, she might even be bigger than him, but she's like, oh, I'm scared. No, that sounds good. Have you all got food and water to eat? Like, are you okay?
Yes, I took some of my farm money, Zorak says, and I bought them food and water, but it will be gone soon because they are 30 and they are half giants.
Oh,
Zoshak looks shocked. We are 30? That bigger number than I know.
I reach into my pouch and I pull out 6 silver pieces and I give them to him, and I'll say, does this cover it?
Zorak kind of counts them out in his hand. Yes, you can see Zoshak like, 1, 2. No, wait, slow down. Wait.
If that doesn't cover it, I can get more.
It will be fine, brother. Leave it to me. If you say so. You're so clever. Thank you, brother, Zorak says. And he puts both of his hands on your shoulders, Ra. I know you have much.
I move out of the way for that.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just squashes.
I know you have much to be busy with now, Ra. Go and do what you need to be done. I will take care of this for you. You can rely on me.
Just a question. If they go and fight with me, are you going to stay behind and work on the farm, or are you coming with?
Well, you know, I would like to fight at your side. But more important to me is that you are not worried. And if you say I must stay home, then I will listen to you.
Can I think about it?
He leans his forehead against yours. You can take all the time to think that you need.
Should I leave? I can leave. I can go and I'll see you guys later. Just saying. Okay, I'll shut up.
It's awkward.
It's like right by her ear. It's like just out of shot. He's like, is this
Just a moment. I don't think it's a moment. It's okay.
You're narrating it. You're like there, like, as a narrator. He's about to kiss the lady.
He's leaning
It's like
in.
hit that
Like
forehead
pushing their heads together.
Her lips. pucker.
now kiss? Yeah.
Kiss the girl, sing with me now.
La, 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 la. Ra will put her forehead against his, and will kind of. I like to think feeling like Bengal maybe like kick his feet or like lean a certain way, like he's looking away.
Like,
Kind of knocks Ra back into like out of the moment, and she's just kind of like, okay, I will talk to Matthias and then I'll come back to you. And she's
Thank
like
you.
really, she's like beet red, and she's like just fiddling with her Latulis, like playing with it, like swirling it in her hands.
Yeah, Zoshak is like, is she your girlfriend? Zoshak, you go. No, you.
yes.
Shut up.
Oh, stop.
So you head back to the villa. to find Matthias, check things over with him. Portek, on your way back to the villa, you stop by the safe house in the Warrens, drop a message for collection by Melander at a later point, informing her of what's going on. Constantine and Macfari, the afternoon passes in serene meditation. Your spells are recovered, and similarly, Portek, after a night's rest, you likewise are properly prepared for the endeavors of the coming day. So, is there anything that you guys need to address together or individually before
Matthias is in his
move
office.
on with?
Actually, Macfari wants to ask Matthias.
Do you have a moment?
Of course, my little friend.
So I am. This is a strange question, but I couldn't help but notice that you are also a dabbler in toxins.
I don't know what you're talking about. So you look at his belt; he's just full of poison.
And I was wondering if I may perhaps share in some of that. I'm happy to pay, of course, when I do get some money. But perhaps for this mission, if you have some spare, I could use.
He says, looking at the wall.
You don't need to pay. You've earned my trust, my friend. Which ones would you like?
What do you have?
Well, I'll lay them out. I have this.
Yes. Oh, that's good stuff.
No, that's my food. It's just hang on. Where's the poison?
That one's toxic when you inhale it.
I have
that does smell pretty good though.
Antloid venom with a ×3, so that's +6 to save DC. I have silt serpent, red leaf sap, moleworm slime injury, moleworm slime ingested ×2, and moleworm slime contact.
I'm looking to put something on some of my arrows.
Injury.
An injury. Perhaps some moleworm slime would, if you have some spare. I would love to use some. I'm sorry, I'm a little embarrassed asking for this. Usually I make my own, but I just haven't had the time.
That's fine. Well, we have some spare for now. I would obviously need to make some more for tomorrow. I have moleworm slime and some silt serpent that will do the job for that. Also, antloid venom is just as powerful. Well.
Okay. How many doses do you have available that I may take?
I have one of each for now. They're about to. Are you using them today or?
I hope not. But if we are going on a mission with Korganart, then maybe we need some, today.
I can make some extra, but they're not cheap.
Oh, I know.
I'm happy to make you some. I'll spend some time tonight.
No, I can make my own. That's the thing, but I just don't have the money right now. I haven't had a chance to sell anything, and I'm sorry. This is really embarrassing for me. I don't really.
Would you like me to make you an extra couple of doses?
All right, that would be nice. Thank you.
Okay. Should I put it on a tab?
Oh, all right. A tab, yes.
Would you like to know how much that costs, or?
I am well aware of the cost.
Okay. I will spend some time, Mark, and craft 2 extra doses. It's 2,000 ceramic.
Okay. All right. Good.
I craft it at half, yeah?
Yeah.
Can,
half the market cost, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's 2,000 total.
I'll help him if I can. I'd like hold things while he does stuff.
Well, you know what they say about cooks and broths? Don't find.
All right.
You can you can hold the torch.
Yes.
I like to think when Macfari goes to leave the room is when Ra enters and squashes him behind the door by accident. Like he's just about to leave and it's just...
And I accidentally stab the poison into my own neck.
Oh dear.
Then you hear Matthias say, well, I guess I won't be getting that money back.
Bugger.
That'd be a good time to be like, hey, Tin, I think you might be able to help here. I think we just killed a man.
But if I can also speak
Yes,
with
for sure.
Matthias, yeah. So she'll probably knock on the door if anything. She'll probably go to walk in and then realize it's shut, bump her head against it, and it's like, oh. And then we'll like knock against the door.
I'll open the door for her.
Hello, Ra.
Oh,
Hi. You can probably smell the toxins in the air.
Oh, is everything all right?
Yeah, I usually do
we're-
this while you're asleep. It's fine. I'm just making some poisons for tomorrow. How can I help you?
She like covers her mouth. She's like, can I?
No,
come
it's
to a
fine. This isn't ingested.
Okay. So you know Zorak? Well,
A nice half giant.
yeah, he's very nice. Him and his brother came to town.
He has a brother. Okay.
His brother actually was someone who was fighting with us, against us, and now they're with us. They spent the last year collecting half giants, and they want to fight with us. There's only a small problem. They don't have anywhere to stay. And I was wondering if maybe on your farm, I know about the crops going bad, and I'm sorry, but we've got a lot of land space now, and I was wondering how you'd feel about maybe having 30 half giants live there. I mean, if the people come back, they said that they would smash their skulls and wear their skin as jock straps. So it's a good security.
That's a really vivid description.
Yeah,
So
it's very true. He said exactly that.
So we have.
I'm just gonna go pack my bag.
So we're going to have 30 hungry half giants. How many hungry halflings was it? That eat probably the same amount.
50.
I gave them 6 silver. I don't know if that's a lot or not a lot.
That will keep them for the evening.
Yeah, 50 halflings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've got no issues with them setting up. The land that we have on the farm, the farmland's the farmland. We can build around it. It's not an issue. I will need to speak to Portek and maybe have him arrange for some builders to go out there and build some houses. Or we have a barracks there already, which obviously some of the men obviously passed, but they could help take some of that for now. And we can build another barracks. Obviously, the halflings were going to be staying there as well. Bengal?
Yeah. I believe that we decided that they were staying there originally.
We should set up a buddy system where we put one half giant with like 2 halflings.
Oh my god, just make loads of Minimaxes.
50 Minimaxes, that's a great idea. I like it.
What would you prefer more? 1 large Minimax or 50 million small Minimaxes?
It's a bigger number than I know. We will need to have a meeting as a group because we will need to start making some money somehow. I'm okay covering this, but with the farm, thankfully, Crodius has come in and saved the farm.
Yeah, I understand that. Obviously, we spoke a little bit about creating a house or a house type system, but I think enough talk, and we should actually do it. You know.
I had a meeting with Crodius today about many things to do with the upcoming farm stuff with the Minthas, and we've also spoke on creating this house. I want her to be part of it. She's earned my trust, and I know that you've said your piece. I just want to make sure everyone else is on board with that. She may be a bitch. But she's our
She's
bitch.
our bitch, goddammit.
That's right, Bengal.
From the other room, you hear him. I'm just packing my bag.
You're welcome as well,
liked-
Mafari.
I liked how Chirodius spoke to. Oh, damn it! What's his name?
My gardener.
The halfling.
Tebow.
My gardener.
Tivo.
Oh.
Tivo.
That's the one. I wanted to
Tebow.
call him Teehee, and I was like, "There's no way he's called Teehee."
That's the villain from You Only Live Twice or something. No, God, was it Never Say Never Again? No, one of the
But
James
she-
Bond movies.
She says that, I like the way she spoke with Tebow, so I trust her. I think she's good.
I do as well. Did you see Portek on the way in? Is he around or?
I give
he's back
him
now.
just this blankest stare from my blindfolds.
Apologies.
Like, no,
I've
I
been
didn't see
making
him.
poisons all day and speaking to Chirodius.
Fumes.
Yes, the fumes of getting to my head.
She just laughs and lies like, "It's okay, don't worry about it."
I'm here, Lee. I'm here, Matthias.
Builders, is that something that I can leave
Sure, we
you
can.
to, and just let me know what it costs.
Okay.
And they did.
What you have to give me specific instructions. What do you need exactly built?
We have 30 half giants, 50 halflings, and I've got a group that I need to meet in the morning.
Well,
Yeah.
with the half giants, they said either your farm or Matthias's farm, and that if the intruders were to come, they would smash their skulls and wear the skin as jockstraps. So if you wanted security, like free security, you could house them on your farmland too.
Could we say that Portek's and Matthias's farms are near each other, next to each other?
Sure.
Yeah, cool. So we can
Sure.
potentially
Yeah.
engulf them both.
And I suggest we put it on your farm. These, because on my farm there, of course, there's already a barracks where the dwarves are.
I've got barracks and walls around mine as well, so
Okay, cool.
very well. Portek, if you can see to building, maybe getting some people on that while we're gone. Anyone we can
I'm
call
com-
in now to start getting that.
I will go. I will before I go to bed tonight. I will briefly go by my estate and give my soldiers some instructions there on that matter.
And while we're away,
Okay.
just tell them to build what we need, and then
Sure.
I'll
They know. They know how to do this. Yeah.
Very good.
Thank
I'll
you.
come in for my meditation.
Yep.
I'll just start walking through and onto my room.
So I quickly
Okay.
go out and get
I'm
that
like
sorted.
that.
Then
I'm like that to
yeah.
All right, so Portek, you give word to your commandants to start making preparations for barracks. It'll take them a couple of days at least to get some rudimentary structures up, but they can start right away.
Mm-hmm.
The half giants will come by and help
Like stones.
such as they can.
carry the heavy shit.
But for you, then there is a restful night, and in the morning, Korgnard is back at the villa. He has a simple knapsack hung over his shoulders, a heavy cowl concealing his extremely unusual facial coloration. You are ready to proceed.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Is there anyone? You said there was people waiting for me in the morning or coming in the morning.
They said they were going to come back the next day.
Oh, okay.
But at this point of the morning, the sun barely risen, shining its light down the Tyr Valley. There's a very gentle condensation mist on the ground. The Tyr is waking slowly to the day. The sound of the markets opening, livestock being herded out to the fields. Whoever they are, wherever they are, these Freydlav troops who have indicated a desire to come and serve under your banner, they don't make an appearance before you have yourselves saddled up on Kanks or Crodlu, or an Inix in the case of Ra, and begin your slow movement away from the city. Your meeting with them will have to wait until your return, it seems.
Yeah. Can I leave a message with my one of my sergeants?
Yes.
If it is them, then I'd be honoured if they serve, and to work with him until I get back.
As you wish, sir. More blades to blood the Minthords will be more than welcome, your sergeant says.
Yes.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
As we're preparing, I'm going to go around and just work on, just check everybody's harnesses, but I'm going to speak to all the animals, letting them know to show us the meaning of haste, but be mindful, because we will need them as friends and companions as we go.
Outstanding. So, I've been toying with these rules on and off, looking for opportunities to use them for a couple of weeks, and we're just going to give them a quick shakedown today. These are the journey rules. It's an alternate way of handling travel in Dark Sun, and originally comes from the One Ring role-playing game and the Adventures in Middle-earth role-playing game. Basically, what we do is we assign roles in the party, and then based on those roles, we R-O-L-E, we make a number of rolls, R-O-double-L, to determine the characteristics and nature of the journey itself. Normally in Dark Sun, you might kind of go, well, you work through this number of hexes and have this number of random encounters and make this number of heat protection checks, etc., etc. This is a slightly different approach. Okay?
Mark, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sounds good.
So one of my abilities is we move faster. Does that factor into this at all? When we move over open sand?
It does a little bit, yes. So I've already done most of the maths off camera. So I'll just explain the kind of basic system at work. It's 17 hexes to reach Fort Butcher. Okay, which under the journey rules, which I posted on the Dark Sun blog a couple of weeks back, if you want to read along at home, that's just a short journey, and so there'll probably only be a couple of encounters on the route. Within the party, there's 4 roles. The guide, the scout, the hunter, and the lookout. Okay? And you want to assign these roles based on your non-weapon proficiencies. The guide has to have navigation. The scout needs survival. The hunter needs hunting. The lookout needs observation. And the roles that they fulfill are fairly obvious. The guide determines and leads you across the route. The scout makes sure that you survive as best as you can out in the wild. The hunter provides food and water for the party, and the lookout keeps an eye on campsites and on possible enemies. Okay?
Can I just ask for a rundown of those skills again, what they were? So it was survival.
Yeah, navigation, survival, hunting, and observation. So why don't you guys have a quick look at your character sheets and decide who do you think is going to make the best guide with navigation? Who's going to make the best scout with survival?
Well,
I have
got
observation.
Survival and hunting.
I have
So
navigation.
I
I have navigation too. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Where would your girl find these things?
I have
Proficiencies?
survival and
Proficiency
observation.
tab. Hold on, I got you.
Survival, observation.
1 second.
I'm only at a 14. That's the only skill I've got that can help.
So I only heard Tin there shout out for guide, for navigation.
Well,
Well,
no,
I-
Portek as well. Well, Portek,
Okay.
what are you rocking in navigation?
I have navigation and observation. Those are the ones I can contribute. And navigation, I have 18.
Okay, then you outclass me on that one, so you might as well take it.
So Portek is your guide.
Yep. For Ra, our girl can be ever vigilant. You don't have the skills.
Your girl can craft weapons, but that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So the scout is a survival skill.
Yeah, I've got survival, and I also have hunting.
Has anyone else got
Does anyone
hunting?
I have hunting at a 17.
I have it at
Okay.
14.
So
Okay,
let's put Tin as the hunter
And
and
my
Bingle Bangle
survival,
as the scout.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead, Matthias.
my survival and my observation are at 14. So if you've got better than that, then go
No,
ahead.
both of my, because I've got survival in jungle and in sandy waste.
Yeah, I've got
And they're
sandy
both at
waste.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I've
did
got-
anybody else? Yeah, hunting
I
and
have
But it would make
observation.
sense
I have
for me if
observation.
I was the scout, because I could just sit on top of Ra's shoulders.
What's
and
your
have the whole
observation?
view.
McFarlane?
Mine is 14.
So we're all at 14 observation.
My observation is probably a little bit higher than
Yeah,
that.
but your navigation, so you're done.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't do both. Okay, so we'll put what? Bingle Bangle as the scout, and then Matthias as the lookout.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be lookout. I think me and McFarry are both the same.
McFarry is the
Go on.
in-flight entertainment.
All right. Nice. Okay, and you'll see how these rolls pan out once we kind of crack on. Okay. So what you do is you start off by making an embarkation roll, and this determines how well you set out. Right? How are your spirits as you hit the road? Have you gotten a good night's sleep? What's the general mood of the journey? And you can see the sort of Lord of the Rings influences in this, I suppose, because that's where the role originally comes from.
I like the sound of it.
Well, it's a great little system, yeah.
They've got a system like that in Pathfinder, like the computer game at night, where you have to sign roles to cook, scout.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Okay, so you get there's a -2 to your embarkation roll because of the terrain you're traveling through. It's off the roads. You're going through the sandy waste, the rocky badlands, so it's not the most ideal of setups.
Does McFarry playing his instrument and lifting their spirits help in any way?
That might well come into play later on. Yes, there are options for that kind of thing later on. Yeah.
So we've got to make a roll for that. Well, let's let Panda or Arnell make those rolls, as we've got to make other rolls.
Okay. So normally, the guide rolls for the embarkation.
Okay.
But it's you can have someone else roll their dice if you want, but it's a D12 and the result has a -2 to it.
Let the scout do it then.
It's everybody
That's me,
gone
right?
on a bathroom break.
So what am I rolling again? Sorry, because I'm the scout, correct?
Sorry, the guide rolls right. Did I say scout? I was wrong. Okay, so Carl, you rolled a 9 there, which is modified to a 7. Okay. Nice. So you've had a good night's rest. With the benefits of Matthias's cooks, you are well provisioned. You know the route that you're taking, and in fact, with the Enix not particularly heavily laden down, you are able to take with you food and feasts fit for merchant princes. Perhaps game is plentiful, or edible cacti and small oases seem to spring up out of nowhere along your route. The cook brought exactly the correct amount of salt and pepper. It looks like it's going to be a nice, comfortable journey, at least comfortable on your stomachs. Okay? Because of this, you're all going to receive a +2 to any non-weapon proficiency checks made during the journey. Given that it's a short journey, there might not be any. Let's be honest. It's only a 17 hex journey, but there you go. Okay. So what I want is a D2 for the number of events because it's a short journey, and the DM rolls this one. So we'll just roll a D6, 1 to 3, or 4 to 6. Okay, a single event.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, and these events can be all sorts of weird things, from combat encounters to more kind of mundane things. And it's the actual event itself is determined by a D12, and that is a 9. Okay. Let me just see.
No way!
Okay, nice. Right. And so you set out then, stomachs full of food, spirits relatively high. You know exactly where you're going, and you anticipate that it won't take you more than a few days to get there. Before long, you leave the city-state of Tyr behind. What the hell are all those?
I knew that would catch you. We've just had 500 bits donation from Osiris 5k. I knew by pressing that button it would trigger you. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you very much for 500. Yeah, that's a D20 or a re-roll, or however we use it in this system, for Bengal.
Oh, hell yeah.
Unless you've already got one.
Cool.
No, I don't.
Oh, there you go. Thank you very much.
You used it. Cyrus has been a good friend to the show, so thank you very much for that. That's very,
Thank you
very
very
cool.
much.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
good Dark Sun
Yay.
fan. Nice one. Okay. You leave the Tyr Valley behind and head out onto the Iron Road. Traffic is relatively sparse. A few fleet-footed Crodley riders taking light cargo to and from Tyr. The lumbering bulk of a House Vorden caravan, presumably carrying iron to some lucky client somewhere. And then at a certain point, you leave the road and head north into the desert. You can see from the sand that is strewn across the road that there has been high winds over the last few days since you've been in Tyr. It's been a while since you're out in the desert that has kicked up a rather considerable storm, reshifted and reorganized the sand dunes. Many of the former landmarks that you've come to experience are sufficiently different. And most interestingly enough, when you're about halfway through the desert, bellies full, you see the statue. It's been exposed by the sands. You never encountered this thing before. The wind must have blown it away. It's hard to make out exactly what it is at first. But then you realize that that's because it's missing its upper half. A humanoid form, stout limbs, legs splayed, on some kind of plinth, the writing on it long since worn away. But there, just exposed now through the sands, the upper half. It has the features of a dwarf, but there is hair on its head. A great thick beard from its chin. And clutched across its chest, the stone representation of a mighty battle axe. You do recall, this once was a dwarven kingdom, the kingdom of Camelot. Was this perhaps some sentinel of its southern borders? Claimed by the desert, broken by fortune or fate? Reveals to you now, an omen perhaps of what is to come, as you seek to enter an ancient dwarven ruin. I'd like each of you to make me a wisdom roll, please.
What? No. Do we have
And
to?
you'll find that on the silver button at the top. Bagal, pass. Makfari, pass. Portek,
I'm sorry for my delay. I'm still
Awesome.
reeling
Fires.
from the.
pass. So everybody passes there except Ra. Okay. I
A
suppose you should
crit
roll for your
success.
advantage. That was a crit success, yeah.
The worst time for a nat
Wait.
20.
I'm still reeling from the a dwarf, but with hair.
Yes. Some ancient representation of features that no longer fit the race. Or are you just taking that personally?
I'm taking it personal.
For all of you, this is a sign that you will come face to face with lost myths of the Dwarven Age, of the kingdom of Camelot as once it was. Perhaps it will indeed yield up its secrets to you. You feel emboldened, your hearts lifting at the sight of this lingering memory of a lost age.
Vortek makes a navigational consideration to make sure that he can pinpoint this place again.
Absolutely. So, for all of you who passed, that is a +5 bonus on the first saving throw that you have to make.
Oh, well, thank God for that.
Nice.
And because more than half the party passed, there's going to be a +1 bonus to the arrival roll.
Ooh.
Maybe it's Bengal's fault, Ra, the way the halfling describes it to you. Perhaps it's just the fact that you can't actually see this thing. But the idea of a broken statue of the very kingdom that you're going to, It fills your simple half-giant mind with dread. A reminder that life is fleeting. The inevitable death of the world that you inhabit. Determined, destined to be baked and broken under the dark sun. You, I'm afraid, will suffer a -5 to the first saving throw that
you don't
make.
have to blame that extrasensor stuff on me, okay? It's not
Yeah,
my
I think
fault.
I kind of do, yeah.
Oh,
No.
it sounds really scary. I don't like it. I want to go home.
Oh, Jesus.
All your fault, Bengal, really.
Ugh. Can't do anything for these guys.
You didn't have to describe it as a poor, dead, headless dwarf lying in the sand, you know.
He's got hair. Oh God, it's horrifying.
Just quickly, we
Finally.
completed a level 1 hype train.
Ah, huzzah.
So thank you very
Choo-choo.
much, guys. That's an extra $5 giveaway that we'll do at the end of the show. Exclamation mark giveaway to enter that, and you must be present at the end, just to let you know. Thank you all. Thank you very much for your support, guys.
It's trade. It is hype.
Oh, with that, sorry, it was 100 bits for Dark Horse 1975. Thank you very much. Osiris for 500 bits, and 2 gifted subs from Blinking Poop. I always get that wrong. Thank you very much, Blink.
Thanks, Poop.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
poop.
it. With this memory lingering on your minds, you make the final leg of the trek out of the sandy wastes and into the canyons. There you can see, in the distance, smoke rising from the hamlet of Cled. Gorgonard begs that you delay not, that you press onward. Until finally you come in sight of Fort Butcher, the ruins where the Juradai made their home. So, having arrived at your destination, you now the guide makes an arrival roll. Okay? So as it happens, just because of the shortness of the journey, there's been no need for scouts and lookouts and hunters. Okay? It's an entirely random, procedurally generated system that delivers different results each time.
Cool.
But we'll give this a try on a longer journey and see what results pitch up. Okay, so for the arrival roll, all I need is a D8. And it's going to be D8 plus 1 because of your generally positive reaction to the statue. Lifts your spirits.
Who's rolling
let's
this?
see it, Carl. You do, the guide.
Ah.
The guide tends to do most. The guide does embarkation and arrival.
There we go.
What have we got? A 3, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's always a half giant to bring you down. She's gone on and on
We're
about
gonna
the
give
statue
you up. Half giant gonna bring you down. No.
for a couple of days. And in fact,
It's really creepy, and I don't like it.
she kind of has a point. The Juradai are gone from this place. Gorgonard has hurried you past Cled. Portek, you'd actually kind of been hoping to be able to stop off there and reforge a few of the bonds that were broken during your last visit, but not so. A sandstorm is threatening on the northern horizon. The sky there black and vast. You arrive with a reminder that life is indeed grim and short. There are dead bodies in the courtyard. A dozen Juradai elves. Staked out under the sun. Judging from the knots and the bone daggers that were thrust into the ground to hold them in place,
Workouts.
they were staked out by their own people. For elves to turn on one another? What could have presaged that? Was it the treachery that you assisted in this place? Does a curse now hang over Fort Butcher? At any rate,
how decomposed are these bodies?
they are desiccated. They're not decomposed at all. Dried out and mummified. They've been here for weeks.
Oh, okay.
Weeks.
So, here's the mechanical upshot. Everybody in the party will suffer a -5 to all rolls pertaining to social interaction until you succeed in one of those rolls, which shakes off the bad mood and the funk that you're in. Okay. The upside is you're kind of spoiling for a fight, so everyone's getting a -2 initiative point bonus. Yay! I don't mind
like
being
you
in a
said.
bad mood.
You were like, you get a minus to social engagements, and Tim's like, okay, same day, different shit.
So
you know?
that's normal.
Yeah, that's Matthias's problem.
So actually, the benefit from the good food actually cancels out the penalty from the poor arrival roll, and you're actually just left with everyone getting a -2 on the initiative in the first combat that you run into.
So the saving throw bonus.
Saving throw bonus.
And and a saving throw bonus on your first saving throw of 5, or in your case, Ra, a saving throw penalty of 5 on your first saving throw, because you're still kind of creeped out by the creepy dwarf. Okay, so that's a nice way to actually see it in a short journey. That's the journey rules in a nutshell. They're kind of basically how they work. Interesting, huh? Yeah. So we can try them on a larger journey at some point. At any rate, Korganard comes and stands at the base of the main tower here, where you had your meeting with Tugadai. Closes his eyes. And there's brief divination magic passes his lips. The elements spoke to me, he says. They revealed to me that Galax Sandstrider's body was here. The location was easy to identify. He had 3 gold teeth. Once I learned that, I reasoned that there would be few in the Tablelands who possess such a distinctive feature. And I narrowed it down to this place. There. Again, arcane magic. Gentle susurrations and flows of green energy from the land around. And with a outthrust hand, he telekinetically moves great stones aside from the base of the tower, revealing stairwell leading down into the subterranean vault of which he spoke.
Do we have time to figure out what happened to the Juradai here?
Korganard looks back at them. If you wish, it seems to me that they were slain by their own people.
Yes, I would like to know why and what happened here. I would like to perform as speak with the dead, if that's at all possible.
By all means.
Mark loves it when people do speak with dead.
Mm-hmm. Ortek plants his feet firmly on the earth and slowly sinks slightly into it.
Yep.
Putting his hands on one of the what looks like the most importantly displayed corpse. Maybe there's one who was displayed beyond all others.
No, there's as I said, there's a handful of them spread out in no particular pattern or order.
Okay. Good. So, and then proceeds to cast the Speak with the Dead spell.
Okay. And you can reach back how far?
Give me a sec. More than a month. The next level was...
That's fine. More than a month is fine. How many questions do you get?
1 year. 4 questions.
Okay. Let me just roll a save for the hapless elf. I'll be very surprised if he passes this.
He
A 10?
throws...
No, he does not.
No.
Okay. There is the shimmer of energies, and you have seen it yourself many times before, Portek. Tin, for you, it's the first time that you're up close to this with your new enlightened perspective. It's like seeing beyond the world briefly, a swirling fog of grey that surrounds Athas on all sides. Like the walls of a prison, and out of this grey mist comes a shape that rises up through the body of the elf and settles, pouring out of his mouth across his face like some ghastly grey death mask.
Tim will fall backwards and kind of bump into Ra, like, what the...
It is me, Orte.
What do you want?
Who has killed you and staked you out here? Why has he done this?
We sought to work with the lion.
Did he say we or he?
We.
We, yeah. And Jenki was the brother, right?
Jenki was the daughter. Who you helped overthrow her father.
Yeah. Did your betrayal cost the Juradai?
Yes.
Were the forces of Urek still close to the Butcher's Castle when you died?
No.
Be at peace.
And with that, the body inhales the strange grey ectoplasm, and the elf's spirit is at peace once more. You recall, in fact, you had a deal with Jengi Dai that she would assist you in the final battle with Urek, and came across Fanon's dead body in the canyon of the ambush site.
Right.
Now, at last, this strange event is explained.
They were
Some of
betrayed.
her own people turned against her.
Yeah,
Whether Jenki herself lives, who knows?
Well, she lived long enough to do this to them.
Yes, she did. You have your answers? Korgan
Okay.
asks.
Yes. Urekites are not close. That's what I really wanted to know.
Shame.
Then let us proceed.
Indeed.
This map is a slightly non-standard sizely. You're going to have to just shunt it around a little bit. Your counters are at the bottom of the map at present. I've dragged them all onto the map from your character sheet, but if anybody can't move their little dudes around, let me know. I'll delete them, and you can drag them on yourself as per normal. Anyone having any trouble? No?
Let me see.
Okay. All right. Okay, so
I don't think I can. Hold on. It's just selecting. Dragging
Yeah,
a box.
I'm having the usual problem that I also can't.
it's so weird. Okay, I'm going to delete yours, McFarry, and I'll delete yours.
I can move. Yeah, I can move in.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can move Tin. I can't move myself.
So
I can move. Well, hold on. Let me see. Can I move?
Okay, you've dragged her on. Arnout, just drag McFarry on from the character sheet.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you got him? Good.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, one square is 5 feet. As you can see, you've come in through an opening in the side of the tower, and this is the vault that leads underground from there. Somewhere ahead of you, presumably, is the The Tomb of Gallic Soundstrider. It's not going to be hard to find, let's face it. Why don't you guys just give me a round of movement each initially, or move your encounters around as you see fit. Let's just go in order. Bangal, what are you doing? Yeah.
Any points of interest that I can see at the moment?
So from the exterior here, you can just see into a large open area. You can see the broken down columns and pillars that once held the ceiling up, a considerable amount of rubble. That would be sort of here, rubble over there, stairs leading down, and then stairs leading up again at the far side. But beyond that, it's too gloomy for you to make out details.
I'm going to try and blend in with the walls.
Yeah, give me a roll for that, please.
Bengal is going to wait until a larger individual goes first.
Speaking of, I'm trying to find on my sheet, but I can't find my movement speed again. How far can I go?
Your movement rate, because you're wearing the heavy armor, is 12, I believe. Nice one, Arnett.
And then
Is that
hide
12?
and move silently. I don't know.
Yep, got it. So that's 60 feet if you want to actually take an action, or 120 feet if you just want to just do moving.
I'd happily just kind of start moving in and move as a group.
30, 40, 50.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if you want to shut yourselves into a little marching order, I can drag you all in as a group, whatever you want. Okay, so Ra, Bingle Bangle, you're going with McFarry there. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
I'm going to use that pillar as cover and hide there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be with Ra, I guess.
Actually, with Ra on her shoulder, so you don't actually need to worry about movement rate.
No.
Okay.
People,
right.
please be very careful where you go.
I'm going to use this right here as a cover. Arrow knocked. Can I use observation to see if anything stands out to me?
Yeah, and I have my crossbow out the whole time.
Gotcha. Okay, so Tim, give me an observation roll, please.
Oh, I was muted. Can I observe as well?
Yeah, well, he's got a success there, so that's fine. Okay, yeah. So there's a couple of things. You can hear noises. It sounds like footsteps scraping on stone and kind of hissing, whispering sounds as of individuals speaking to each other, trying to keep their voices down, and it's coming from over here somewhere.
Yeah, Ra will just kind of flag that direction. She's unable to see, but she's just going to kind of wave to the people behind her to go over there.
How tall are the ceilings here?
The ceilings here are 15 feet high.
Whatever Tan observed, he will start calling out directions, so that way. Sorry, you guys all froze on my Zoom. He'll call out all the directions and locations so people know where to prepare for.
Okay. So as you can see here, there are rough stone doors there and there. Here the side chambers are open, although you have to climb over rubble, and it's somewhere in this direction where I'm pinging the big blue now. That Constantine is by calling out. Do you mean like loudly, or are you keeping your voice?
Oh no, I'm not. No, he's not an idiot. He'll just be like, he'll give you the direction low, so that way it's not offensive.
So he murmurs that he can hear the sound of activity from somewhere over here on your right hand side.
I will hide in shadows.
Okay. Nice. Okay. So McFarry and Matthias are both hidden into the shadows, creeping quietly between the columns, barely making any sound at all on the sandy floor.
Excellent.
Ortek is going to go outside and cast Find Trap spell.
Okay.
Which lasts for 3 turns, I believe.
Okay. Gorgonard is likewise being cautious. You get the impression, Porter, next to you, that he's holding his power in check.
Yeah.
I know not what lies here, and I do not wish to unveil myself if unfriendly eyes are watching.
Once it's cast, I will slowly walk in and start scanning for traps.
Yeah, so you don't notice any mechanical traps, but you can see that the rubble in numerous places is extremely unstable. And any type of strenuous activity in here from one side or the other is likely to bring large amounts of it down.
Okay, in that case, I will follow up with a first level spell, and that is detect snares and pits, just in case.
Okay, gotcha. Right. While Portic is doing that, the second spell, what are the rest of you doing? Proceeding ahead, going to one of the side rooms? What's it going to be?
Move silently to the door. Sort of like to here.
Yeah, okay.
And just sort of like the door itself, is it like you say a stone door? Yeah,
stone. Yeah, all the construction in here is made of stone. Yes.
Is there a way I could potentially sort of like open it silently?
You could give it a go for sure.
What do you want me to roll for that? Move silently.
Yes, please. Get a little bit of oil, squeeze it along the outside. All right, nice. Okay, and you
just enough to
push the door open.
Peek in.
Yeah, you push the door open, and well, you see them almost immediately inside. And I've got a close-up picture for you here. It's 3 of these. Each one is about the size of a dwarf, about 4 feet in high, with long kind of bony spurs on their hands. As they see you, there's a...
They actually see me?
Well, no, as they see the door open, there's a moment of kind of shock.
That's what I thought. I'd try and do it silently and...
Yeah, well, it doesn't make any noise, but they see it open and it freaks them out because they don't see anything doing. Natural 20. Okay, one of them... he can't see you, but he appears to be able to smell you. Do you want to do anything? I'll go back to the map, by the way.
Yeah, they don't look very nice. I am going to...
From that angle, actually, this one can probably see Ra and the rest of the group.
Oh, okay. I didn't fully open the door, but...
No, but it's enough for it to see through.
Okay.
He oops, excuse me, wrong layer. He makes a kind of noise and backs off to the corner. You can see the other two looking around in confusion. They're not sure what it is that's upset him.
I will move away over to here and look towards Tin and hold up 3 fingers and a what the fuck.
Universal
can
sign
I see
of what
them?
the fuck is that?
Yeah. Can I see them as well? If I'm peering around the pole.
Yeah, you can.
Still
you can
hidden.
see. You can't see this one here because he's just behind the corner, but you can see the others easily. Yes.
I ready my bow.
I will go. So back to Matthias. I will go. Holding my bow, and then I will. I'll whisper just low enough for Ron. The rest, so thanks to her exceptionally good hearing, and go. Big. What the fuck? And give for depending on where Ra's standing, give her a direction so she can face in an appropriate direction to fight potentially.
Okay.
Oh, I'll just tap her shoulders and tell her
Turn this way,
look
turn
that way.
Yeah. Tried and
Be like a
tested.
Ratatouille and pull my hair. Like...
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
You've done it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can hear Corganard in a low voice. What is it? What do you see?
Yes.
MacFari, anything from you?
I said I'm going to ready my bow and with a poisoned arrow.
Okay. Any actions?
For now, I'm holding.
Can I relay back to Corganard in a more appropriate what the fuck, the actual description of the creatures.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, you're casting your spell at this point.
Okay.
Your second spell. Anakor? Those could be Anakor. They are dangerous if riled. Okay, so
But we pissed them off.
Having seen your group, these three, Matthias, you can see the stairs at the back of their room. They scuttle out the back of the room into another chamber and out of sight. Okay, so what do you guys do? All of you now can hear low mutterings and hissings and.
So they are clearly the source of that noisy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're having a non too quiet conversation about you probably in the next room now.
Does anybody know anything about Anakor? Are they to be reasoned
Who's got
with?
I want survival Sandy waste roll from one of you.
Yeah, I've got that.
I would like to do armor optimization, but could I also use my my empathy to try and read if they're afraid or if they're angry or?
Yes, you would need to, I believe, get closer to them for the empathy to work. I will just check on the range of that.
Do these
Matthias,
things count under animal lore? Just asking.
They do not count under animal law, but hang on, just a second. Your roll, Matthias, is a fail. You've heard the name Anakor as some kind of nasty little desert monster, but you're not exactly sure what it is.
Did we get a bonus?
Bagal, you...
On the travel.
It's offset by the...
okay.
Yeah, remember they
What do we need to roll? What do we need to
hold
roll
on,
to know
wait,
if they're in
wait.
the other room saying what the fuck about us?
Just a minute, please. I'm just checking on empathy here. Oh no! Just make me a roll. No need to be close to them. Okay,
Did
nice.
my
Right.
survival work?
Yes, just in order, please. Matthias, you're not sure what they are. Some weird desert monster. Bagal, you have heard of Anakor as well. They are a subterranean-dwelling desert creature that are highly territorial and not particularly smart. But prone to extreme reactions if riled. Ra, you send out a wash of empathic energy, trying to sense what's going on, and indeed you can sense consternation and fear coming from the next chamber.
Okay, I will relay that to my friends. Just very like they're afraid of us. I think we can maybe be okay.
I think who is good at making peaceful talk? I would say Matthias is probably best, right?
Why do we need to talk?
Speak
Why
their
don't we just
language.
close the door? Leave them be.
Because we might need to be
Because
in
they
there.
might not take too kindly to us wandering around, and if they react in a hostile way.
And if they're very
then-
territorial, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what I could do is let me quickly check whether I can do that. What I'm thinking, no, I cannot. I can only cast on myself.
Speak their language.
Yes, exactly. Tongues. I can cast it on myself, but then only I can speak the language. And
Well, perhaps you can reason with them, ask them to let us pass.
I can try, but I'm not very good at these things normally. I'm
got
generally
this.
a little bit too blunt, but I'll try.
Just imagine that they're little children.
Okay.
Okay.
He proceeds to cast tongues on himself.
All right. You can see Korganad is kind of watching. He's actually smiling to himself as if he's like, I remember when I was 9th level. This is great.
What level he is? What level is he, do you reckon?
About 40.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, I'll cast Wish in a minute. Just carry on, guys. This is entertaining for me. Okay, that's the right layer. Okay, so Portek, where next? Are you gonna proceed
He's got to go stand here at the door, and open the door slowly and show his open hands.
Okay, so
Hey, little buddies.
Ra
That's what
will
I'm gonna say.
stand
there's-
besides the door, hidden, but with
Yeah.
the tools ready in case something goes wrong in that room.
Gotcha. Right, Portek, as you swing the door open, there's no one in there. They've clearly retreated into a deeper chamber, and you can hear the kind of chittering and chattering.
Okay, I slowly proceed on, still having my trap sense on in front of me as well.
Yes, good.
So,
Leave it at the man.
So cute.
The little Ewoks.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go stand here and then talk to them down in here.
They're mole people.
Okay, so
I'll move up to cover you with arrows.
My God.
yes, there's a whole little hive of them in here, and
Yeah.
I'll just to refresh our memories. The little cute guys look like this.
Adorable.
Bloody
I want to.
hell.
They do look like little star-nosed moles.
Exactly.
Except that it's star teeth mold.
Exactly, they look a little bit pointy for my liking, a little bit too pointy for my liking. But there you go. Hello, little buddies.
Okay, so you're trying to be friendly. Let's make a reaction roll here. What's this? Oops, that's cocked. Hold on.
Which will be at -5, right? Or was it?
No, that only applies to saving throws.
Okay.
To other rolls. This doesn't apply here. So that's a 10. And you're being friendly.
Can I
Okay,
can I
you're right.
influence their reactions with music?
You absolutely can.
Yeah. Okay. I start playing a very soothing ballad on my Lakora. So bing 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 bing.
Okay. All right. So that bumps them up from their normal from the roll, which was indifferent, pushes them up actually into the friendly category.
Yeah,
You can
they
see
get
it.
a influence reactions -3.
Yes.
Can I do it as well?
It's done.
Okay.
At the sound of the Lakora, the two nearest kind of
that's a lovely sound. Oh, that's a lovely sound. Are you making that sound? How you doing it? He's not moving his lips.
It's my friend McFarry here.
Right, he's got a friend.
He makes music.
It's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
You're that dwarf. Your doors is a bit stabby.
If you scare them,
Oh, do we scare him? Are you scared? Did you scare him? No, but he's not stabbing us, so maybe he's not scared. Are you scared?
no, I'm okay. Are you scared?
No, do I look scared? I'm brave. I'm a big brave unicorn.
You are.
He's a big brave boy.
So
I'm sorry.
You
I know.
are.
we are sorry to come into your home. That we were told that there was something we could find here.
Do you like sand?
I like sand. I love sand actually.
We like sand.
Yeah.
We like sand. Well, he doesn't. He's a bit of a weirdo. What do you want? You want some
Well,
sand?
Well, we're actually looking for a dead one. He left something here.
The dead one.
Yeah. He's got 3 golden teeth.
Oh, you mean the sleeper?
Yeah. Sleeper?
He's asleep. I mean, that's what we call him. He's got magic teeth.
Is he dead? Or asleep?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
You can't have him.
we don't
You'll
want
take
him.
them. Oh, he's got the magic teeth. That's why we're here, because they look after us.
Oh. I mean, we don't want to take him. We want
we
to
don't want
just
the
talk
teeth.
to him, right? Or
What's that? How many of you are in there?
Yeah,
what?
we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. We are here with 6.
That's a lot of people.
It's 5 and 1.
7.
Yeah,
Rod.
I'm
Seven.
not stupid.
Corganard.
Ra just peeks around the corner. Hello.
several of them just kind of startle back at the.
Ra's really sweet. Ra's sweet. She's nice.
I pull out the particularly sweet melody now.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh wow,
it's a dwarf,
stairway.
and a half giant, no stairway, and a half giant, and a Tristan. It's like a circus.
We are a little bit of circus.
Excuse
Yes. And our main attraction is Bengal.
All I heard is blah blah something something Bengal, so I'm just like, hello?
what? This is using my name.
What? You're saying how famous I am, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool.
Hey, but so are you hungry?
Me? Yeah, always, man.
Yeah. What are you hungry? You guys? What do you
Yeah,
eat
but-
normally?
Rinks and the towers, and them spiders, but not the big white ones, but the little ones.
Yeah, the
And
big
we-
ones
we-
they're scary.
Yeah, and we had some antlion eggs, but then the antlion mum came back and we can't get any more of those.
Hmm. Do we still have some jerky, guys?
If I have any like food ration stuff, I'll kind of like.
Didn't we kind of say that we had like
You got
luxurious
just
food?
Fucking amazing food with you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
I kind of crouched out. She kind of tries to make herself look smaller. She doesn't know how big these things are, so she's just really trying to make herself look small. And she kind of just like holds out like food as if it's an animal.
Okay, well, an immense pair of claws takes it from your hand. And then there's a...
Okay, too close for comfort.
Feeling the
that's
claws
nice.
like, oh no.
That's nice. But
So,
it's not, you're not getting the teeth though.
we don't want the teeth. What do we want, Karganar? What is it exactly that we're looking for?
We don't want
we don't
that.
want the teeth.
We don't want the
right?
teeth.
What do we actually want?
We actually want
Well-
the teeth.
My understanding is the Galax Sandstrider was buried with his journal.
Right.
We're
Oh, we
hoping to
want the
find a reference
journal.
in that to the location of you know what.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you can keep your magic teeth.
We want a book.
Yeah.
Does he have any dumb paper?
Or something on stone. I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look. But first, we have something to eat, and maybe you listen to some music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I keep playing.
One of a bolder one from the back steps forward.
What exactly does you want to do with the sleeper?
Korganar?
Well, if he's buried here, we want to disinter him and see if his journal is buried with him.
He was buried with something that we need to see because it will tell us something that we need to know. And that's all we want.
Oh.
Not his teeth.
No.
All right. All right, but they're not the teeth, but you can have a look and see what it is.
God.
Thank you. So,
Okay.
some more food and some more music, guys?
All right. So then you settle yourselves down with the Anacor. Yeah.
I sit somewhere central so that they can see and put on a show.
Play the bastard ballad. No, I'm just kidding.
Ra like sits in the corner with food on her lap, hoping they come close enough that she can pet them, like an animal, literally like a stray animal. Like, come on.
Yeah, Bengal is reluctantly sitting next to her. Like, I wish I wasn't a part of this.
Finn's leaning against a wall, just ready, just in case.
Portek.
His way.
Portek is going to have a little move around to use the duration of his spells to see whether there's any traps in this area here. In this area.
Yes, you can move yourself in there and you detect no traps. Some areas where the sand has fallen in from above. You can see the two sort of sand pitty things here.
Yeah.
There is the sign of a fairly large animal moving around in here. Judging from the tracks, it's off in this direction somewhere. But at present, you don't see any sign of its presence. And indeed, up ahead of you, on a small little dais, is what appears to be a fair-sized sarcophagus.
Okay. I go back into the room and ask them, is that where the sleeper is?
That's what is in that box.
Okay. Hey, there's also another big animal running around here. What's that?
Oh, that's the mummy antlion.
What?
We don't go on that side anymore because we took her eggs and she's not really happy with us.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah.
But she still lives there.
Yeah.
Great.
Can you check how often it comes this way?
She ate Ratto last week. Oh, no, yeah, she did. She ate Ratto. Yeah, well, he shouldn't have gone over there, though, should he?
So, the Lacora music echoes through the subterranean vault in a just really rather unusual juxtaposition of set and setting. The dried rations and the remainder of the fine food, you pass it around. The Anakor eventually find themselves clustering around Ra, staring up at her with some wonderment, never having seen a half giant come down underground, and also at the halfling who perches on her shoulders. And one of them is like,
"Do you think I could do that?
Do what?
Or sit up there with you? It looks like it's a lot of fun."
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Budge up, Bengal. Budge up.
He's never had to share this seat with anybody, and he's not enjoying it.
38 damage of piercing for the claws.
yeah, so you can feel it like scaly and what appears to be some little spines on its back and sides as you position the Anakor on your shoulder. Of course, Ra, you have no idea what the thing looks like, and Bagal, you're sitting next to like this thing with giant claws and a mouth that's like, and it looks over at you.
Hello. It's quite high.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I guess, man.
I have to check. Do we understand them?
They're speaking in kind of broken desert common. Yes.
Okay, because I remember that Portek cast something.
Oh,
I just wanted to be certain that we could.
Yeah, I will help them translate.
He's initially spoken to them in their own language, but over the course of the next hour or so, as you break bread and share water, you discover that several of them actually do know the common tongue.
You've all seen 13th Warrior.
Perfect.
Well, we learned it from this trader once before Ratto ate him.
Oh.
I mean, didn't eat him. He went
okay.
home. He's all right.
Okay. I believe you. 100%.
We only ate his legs. He didn't eat his legs.
Hey. We ready to move on?
Sure.
Makvari is going to
decided
stay
to-
here
Yeah, I was
and,
gonna say,
and make sure that they stay calm while you guys go do it. He's literally like,
I've decided to retire and spend the rest of my days here with these men.
I have a new calling in life.
I have a new calling, and it's to provide piggybacks to these little things.
Goodbye, Zorak.
And Ra
Me and
makes
the
the
two.
antlion her pet.
Yeah. If it
Okay.
would be anyone, it would be her.
All right.
I will ask MacFari if he needs backup though. Like, do you want someone to stay just in case?
that would be good. I'm a little bit surrounded.
I'll go on ahead, and if I
So
need to,
position your counters where you need to position them, please. Then.
Yes.
if we need Ra at any
I'll be
point,
here.
I'll do our little whistle. I assume that we have, because
What are these things in the room? Are they also like beers, or what are they?
What things?
These rectangles. And
Yeah,
these
they're like old
alcoves.
tables and what appears to be something. It looks like it used to be a temple of some kind.
Ah, okay. So they're like pallets that people slept on or something.
As
They're
well,
just
yes.
all
Yeah.
surrounding Ra.
I'm moving into that room so I have view of the room where Portek are, and I can also watch just in case this herd of creatures decides that it's no longer friendly.
Okay, nice. All right.
I'm just a climbing frame right now.
Yes. So, MacFari's music echoes through from the outer chamber, Korganard comes and stands by your side. Portek, do you see any traps upon it?
The moment, no.
One of the Anakor.
Just keeping an eye on you,
Of course.
just in case you try and steal the teeth.
That's fair.
For the love of God, we're not stealing the teeth.
You might. They're very, very pretty.
But
I hide in the corner.
I've got teeth, thank you. Mine and others. I don't need more.
You're not gold though, are they? No.
Well, they don't have to be gold.
I mean,
That's
if they
what
think those
someone who
teeth are
wants gold
pretty, they
teeth
must
would
be
say.
looking at Korganard going, ooh.
They haven't actually seen Korganard up close yet. He's not come in their room once, and he's kept his cowl down low.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Shiny.
Portek casts a detect magic.
Okay, right. From in, am I on the right layer? Yes, I am. From
The
in
teeth turn out
here,
to be like legendary items.
you actually do detect a magical emanation.
It is.
There's something magical in that.
It's the magical
Yes,
teeth.
It's
Oh yeah, I bet.
Teeth plus 4.
What kind of magic emanations are they?
The teeth
Moderate-
of Sheshet.
moderate. Don't say that word. Moderate enchantment magic.
Enchantment magic. Okay, moderate.
Yeah.
Okay. So we continue on, and I suppose we. Is the stone lid? Is it open or is it very heavy?
It looks quite heavy. Korganite says, "Oh, I can lift one end if you would like to lift the other."
Yeah, sure.
All right. And the Anokor is like,
You want to give us a hand?
No.
Okay.
as you and Korganite lift, you can see below the lid lifts right off, and in there is a body.
Well, I sure hope so.
Skull, completely devoid of flesh, a few scraps of hair.
Teeth.
Indeed, and there, visible in its mouth at the front, are 3 gleaming gold teeth. There's a number of other items on the body itself. On each wrist is a bracer made of silver. Around its head, just holding those last fragments of scalp and hair on, is a golden headband. Across its chest is a baldric of corroded leather set with gems, a jet, a ruby, alexandrite, and chalcedony, you think, from the appearance of them. And hanging from the baldric, its scabbard almost entirely rotted away, is a large sword of metal, and it is from this that the moderate enchantment magic is radiating. And laid upon its breast is the corroded remnants of what looks to be a book. Leather pages, a parchment inside. There's almost nothing left of it. It's clear that some animals have been in here and having a little bit of nibble at what's there, but there's something there at least.
I look at Korganard. You think the book is salvageable?
I will attempt to lift it free without touching it.
Mm-hmm.
Places his hand against the wall and summons magic to him, telekinesizing the book up and out of the sarcophagus. It erupts out of there like a hissing gas of black and yellow energy, rises up quite straight out of the body, surrounded by living flame, and turns aged undead eyes straight toward you, Portek. Hand lunges out.
Oh, dodge.
Can you make me a saving throw against spells, please?
Okay. Spells.
I might stop playing now.
Oh, look at that. Natural 20.
Okay, that's
Okay,
good.
right. That's very good, yes.
Yeah.
So you feel the thing just rush energy deep inside you, and it swarms through your body. You can feel it going through your veins, your lungs, your heart, your lights, like some kind of freezing cold water. But your will is strong, and then it recoils and turns its attention on the next it can see. And I think now we should probably roll for initiative. You guys get a 2-point penalty, a 2-point bonus, by the way. Don't forget.
Do I hear this from the other room? Like it erupting from the car? Like would
You
I be
hear
able
lots
to
of
tell
kind
that
of- You hear hissing and shouting, and it's a 1.
Well,
That's
I would,
nice.
Was
I
it-
would
was it in-
probably whistle for danger.
Was it a corporeal touch or an incorporeal touch, Mark?
Incorporeal.
Incorporeal.
So is it undead?
Yeah.
So I'm on a.
Okay,
10.
I'll so Bengal on a 10. Constantine.
All right.
I'm gonna bring the map back, by the way. That's what it looks like. You guys can all see it, I presume, on the screen. Let's go back.
So I'm going defensive. I have a 4 with a 2, so I'm a 2.
On a 2. Nice. Matthias. You're muted, Lee. Or just speaking
Bonus
very,
of
very
2,
quietly.
yes, that's 4.
4. Nice. MacFango.
Fango is a 9 minus 2, so that's 7.
Yevon, okay.
I already did my acrobatics and armor optimization, by the way.
Yeah, I saw. Portek.
Rolling it now. Here we go.
I also did armor
40.
optimization.
14 for Baz. For Portek, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Casting a spell, by the way. That's including the.
Yeah. Ra.
I rolled a 3, which is the lowest I've ever rolled, so it's a 1.
Damn!
The
Oh my
one.
I
god!
know.
Okay.
I'm feeling fast.
Korganide, through gritted teeth, deal with this thing if you can. You can see he's using all of his concentration to hold the book aloft, not wanting to drop it in case the entire thing gets destroyed. Bagal, Ra and the Wraith, actually. So let's start with Ra. What do you do?
So hearing the commotion, I kind of shake free of the little guys, kind of apologizing. Like,
What you doing?
Excuse me.
Don't touch me. I'm only little.
No, I heard there's something going on in the other room, and then I kind
Oh,
of.
yeah. Yeah, that'll be the sleeper's ghost. You don't like it when you wake him up.
You didn't tell us about a ghost.
Oh, you didn't ask.
I say very high pitched.
Not really right.
I will run over there. I don't know where the wraith is.
Yeah.
I don't see them on the map, but I'm gonna run in there.
Oh shit! You're right. You don't see him, do you?
Well, she is blind.
That's, yeah. Where is he at?
He's actually in Portek's way. Portek, can you move yourself 1 square, please?
Yes.
That makes sense that he'll be standing right there.
I'm standing there.
Yep. Thank you.
Cool. If I can hit him, so I will then roll my. It's 1 and then offhand, right?
Yeah.
All right. That is 27 and a 32 to hit.
Okay, and this is with Heartbreaker.
This is how.
Right. Heartbreaker swings once, swings twice, and in both cases passes clear through the wraith. The fine, exceptional steel of the weapon, quality enough as it is, does not have the sufficient magical energies to register with one of these things.
Yeah, Ra feeling it go through and knowing with her fighting style that is where it is.
Yeah, you
she
can
would
just feel-
yell, "I think this is one of those magic ones."
Okay.
Great.
It's also on a 1, and it grabs hold of you with its outstretched cold hands. Oh, by the way, Portek, I forgot to mention that you've taken 2 points of damage from its touch.
Ow.
Let me just 51 you're on, and Ra, likewise, you take 3 points of damage. And you just save and throw against spells from Ra, please.
Carl, did you see my Discord message?
Oh, sorry. I see your Discord message. No,
Shit. Okay.
Is that good? I don't know if
yes.
that's good or not.
We're going to go with the first one, not the natural 20.
Damn it.
Janet. The thing, you can see the wraith surges forward. Its energy is flooding into Ra, and this time it finds purchase, takes hold, and the strange yellowish light emanates from Ra now. Constantine.
All right. So you said
From your position, the wraith has, from what you can see, the thing has vanished. It appears to have actually gone into Ra.
Okay. Can I change my action to just a fun little hold person spell?
Yes, that bounces you up by
Up to a 7.
Up to a 7 and then an 8 for changing your action. So you're currently.
So
on
it's a cast time 5. So yeah.
Yeah, and then 1 for changing action. So you're on an 8. So you start casting. McFarry.
I was going to cast a burning hands on it, but now it's inside the inside Ross. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to hold.
Ticky. Okay, you're holding. All right, Matthias. Whoops, sorry, Constantine. Your spell goes off.
All right. What am I
Matthias,
rolling
I
here?
think I skipped you, Matthias. What were you on?
I was on 4, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I know what I'm doing now.
So I'm only targeting Ra.
Yep. So she
with
gets
that?
a -2 on save. Save against spell, please, Ra.
Please suck.
Oh, this is your first. Oh no, it's not your first save.
Okay, so
11.
So that's a fail, even with the -2 and another -5. Oh no, that doesn't apply now because that applied to the first one. Okay.
So
Ra,
he'll
you're
just
held.
scream out. He'll just scream at her, just out of nowhere. He'll just be like, "Stop!" And she does.
And she does exactly. Matthias.
I can't find it, Matthias. Sorry.
Okay. There's nothing I can do. I mean, I'm hidden currently. I was looking for what the ring does, Mark. I don't know if you've got that card offhand quickly to send me in Discord or.
I'll drop it in Discord right now. The Ring of the Paragon Flame.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming in Discord now.
Thank
Just
you.
1 second. Dark Sun, magic items, Lawful Stupid. Ring of the Paragon Flame. There you go.
Thank you, sir. I'm just gonna. Obviously, I've got my whip out currently. I'm just gonna hold my action. That if the hold, well, whatever. If Ra moves after seeing this thing going, I'm gonna try and trip her up.
So you're holding still.
Yeah.
Can I change my spell?
Not if you start. Did you start casting yet?
Well, I was going to cast a burning hands, but I stopped doing that at all because Ra was already.
Okay, so yes, you can change your action. What's it going to be?
I'm going to cast armor on myself.
Okay, casting time is
1 round.
matter.
One
So
round.
One round. Okay, so I'll
Yeah.
leave you there.
Yeah.
You're going to bump up to 8 for changing action, and I'll just leave you on the counter there.
Yeah.
Okay, Matthias, you're still holding
Yes.
on a 4. Okay, Bagal on 10. What you doing, Hobbit?
Yes, I have a magic weapon. Haha. So I'm gonna. Whereabouts is it compared to where I am?
It's in Ra.
Is it what?
Yeah, I was
That's why
going
you
to
can't
say
see
we're going to
anymore.
go and hit Ra.
No.
Yeah, I would.
Well, I mean, Ra, do you mind if I just?
Mark, why do you hate me?
Okay.
I
Right.
hate everyone, Panda. It's not you.
Oh, okay, I feel better now. It's okay.
I can
Yikes.
attest
As
to
long as
that.
it's not personal, I'm okay.
No, it's not personal. It's just general malaise. So what you doing, Bingle Bangle?
Okay. I'm very sorry about this, Ra, but I'm gonna have to stab you in the leg. It's gonna happen. Because
Stab her
it's
and
an
heal her
automatic
at the
hit.
same time.
It's an automatic hit because she's held. So just roll damage.
Okie dokie. Against
The-
large, right?
Against large with Sword of Camelot, yeah.
Oh dear.
Kill her.
11. Okay, that puts you down to 126. Ra, in somewhere deep within your possessed and held mind, there is a stabbing pain in your leg, and within you, the wraith is like,
Sorry.
and all of you can see it come billowing out of her mouth, hanging in the air right above Bengal, seeing the weapon, snarling at the magic energies within it.
Pain is also in my heart from the betrayal of being stabbed by one of my
Oi.
best friends.
It's
Okay,
literally just a scratch for you, man. Like,
She
and
can hit you with the other end and heal you, so that's fine.
yeah, exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
Portek.
So Portek casts his greater medicine. And, so conjured, may you feast deeply on misfortune's bitter ashes.
Saving throw?
Damn.
No, none.
Okay, and what's the effect?
This is particular meant for conjuration spells, and any conjuration spells that he needs to save against, I get a -4, I believe. Let me check.
-4 on conjuration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check. Medicine.
Okay, Farah, you're still casting. Matthias, use your action, or we're moving on to the next round.
Alright, I'm going to run to the tomb, grab the big sword, and hit the wraith with it.
Sorry, -3, Mark. -3.
-3 on conjuration. All right, you race over to the tomb. You can see over here the Anacor start shouting,
Not the teeth! Not the teeth! Not the teeth!
Oh my god, give it up already.
I'm not going
And,
for the teeth.
you grab hold of the sword, and let me just return the wraith to the map, and he's actually over on this side now. So yeah, Matthias, run in. You snatch the sword out of the out of its scabbard. The scabbard falls apart as gems, kind of like rolling around inside the sarcophagus, and then you turn and yeah, my lovelies. And all right, go ahead.
My little precious. I've only got a long sword, so I'll try and hit with my long sword. Is it a long sword or?
It's actually a bastard sword.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So if you use it single-handed, it
Bastard.
qualifies as a long sword.
well, obviously I don't know what pluses that's got onto it.
You hit an armor class of 20. That is a hit, actually.
Cool. What damage do you want me to roll?
You're a fighter, so you're proficient with it anyway. Damage is D8.
D8, same as a long sword then. Oh no, that's the wrong button. The damage. I haven't actually got the damage for it. Hang on.
Just roll D8.
7.
Nice.
Okay, 7. Right. No strength bonus, and the weapon's own damage.
Can I attack again?
Not on the first round.
Why can I not? Got 2 attacks. Fighter level. Extra attack.
You're not specialized in longsword, are you? So it's
no, but I've got
one,
extra
one
attack.
and then. Yeah, but that's every other round.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Macfarah, you still start casting. You still continue casting. Everyone else rolls for initiative. And Matthias, the blade bites into the wraith. It shrieks, and you can see crackles of like blue electrical energy rippling through its incorporeal form as Galax Soundstrider's blade bites home.
Do we still get a -2 or like a +2 to initiative?
Can't remember. Say yes.
Okay.
Kiss
I'll
the
double
blade.
check on that
Tell
later.
it how much I
It's
love
just
it.
the first roll or first round. I don't recall. Wraith.
Oh,
on,
dear.
I got a 1.
It disagrees with me.
Corganard is still holding the book. Actually, he's now he spends this round turning it and slowly bringing it down toward the floor. Okay, initiative then from Bingle Bangle.
4.
4. Constantine, a 1. You said, yeah.
1.
Matthias.
15. I'm assuming it's. I've just used a longsword. I don't know.
This one is speed factor 5.
It's same as longsword then.
Mark, question. I can't
One moment,
release
please.
her.
Wait. Yes, you can. Macfarah, you're still casting. Portek.
I'm rolling as we speak. There we go. 5.
Ra, you're held, but roll anyway in case Constantine releases you.
I got a 6.
Okay, nice. Okay, so Constantine.
Since I held her in place, I'm just going full defensive and moving in front of Ra. I will be releasing her, or at least hoping I can, because he has no clue.
Sure.
So I'll move over here and be defensive.
All right. It is like a physical hold, and as you just simply let go with your grasp, Ra, the hold vanishes. You are your own person once more, Constantine. So you're just in position, full defensive now.
Yes, and I did make my acrobatics roll.
Yeah. Yes. Good. Okay. Next up, Bengal.
Right. So where is the wraith now?
You can see him on the map. He's right next to you.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
And you should be over here, I believe, Matthias.
Yeah, I would have moved away afterwards. I've got plenty of movement.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and attack again with the sword of Camelot. I
Sorry.
get multiple attacks, right? I get 3.
With the sword of Camelot, this round.
Number of attack 3, because the original one was just it was automatic, right?
Yeah. So this round you get with the sword of Camelot 1 attack this round.
Is it?
No, sorry, 2. 2.
Yeah.
2.
Don't cheat me out of my attacks, thank you.
Both hit.
Cool. Is it a large?
It is large.
Okay.
No, sorry, it's not large now. No, it's not.
No. Righty go.
Okay, 16 damage. Nice. Okay. A pair of swift slashes from the sword of Camelot, and a dwarven steel bites into the wraith. It screams its fury. Portek.
I cast a magic missile on it.
Okay, nice. Give me just automatic damage.
Mm-hmm.
4 missiles, I believe. 4d4.
There we go.
Plus 4. So 17.
No,
Okay.
13. Yeah.
Oh, you've already got it in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The magic missiles, golden orbs streak out. All 4 of them automatically strike the wraith, and it billows, shrieks, howls, damage repeatedly. Ra, you are free to move if you wish.
I will stay put, but I'm able to hold my action and just ask, does anyone have anything magical? And she kind of just has her hands free.
Okay. So yeah, the rest of you all hear Ra shouting out, please to use magic against the thing. Macfari, your armor spell goes off, and you are protected by a considerable amount of whatever's.
Yes, it creates a field of force that gives me +4 to armor class, and then
Gotcha.
and then I run right up to it. So that I don't know how far that is. Can I run more than 60 feet and cast a spell?
No.
I
Well,
can't.
what's your movement rate? Your movement rate is crazy high, though.
It's 18, so I can
Yeah,
move
so
9.
yes, you can move 90 feet and still cast.
So,
He's only got
I just-
little legs.
How far is it from where I was? Sorry, hold on. So that's 25.
Yeah, no problem.
30.
That's well, that's
So 60 feet. Okay, that's perfect. I run over there and I try to aim a burning hands right at it vertically.
Right, nice. So yeah.
So
the
instead
flames
of it flaming out sideways, they'll just go up and down.
Sure. Does it get a save?
Burning hands saving throw for half, and it takes 18 plus a d3.
Is it evocation or summoning what you're doing?
This is alteration actually.
But it fails the saving throw anyway. So.
And it gets a d3, so I just have to roll a d3 somewhere.
I'll put it on.
Of course, it doesn't.
I'll
It
put it
doesn't
onto
even
the spell
have.
thing for you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you can click on the macro part of the spell.
Oh yeah. Haha. Did it do anything?
Whoa.
+1,
nice.
19.
Okay. There is a flaring of fire, streaks up, engulfs it, just as it is reaching forward to Ra once more. But the remnants of the Wraith are nothing more than shrieks and howls and evanescing gold and black energy. as your spell finishes it off.
Yay!
A couple of tense rounds, a brief moment of possession, and it's over.
Did you take the teeth?
Uh-oh.
Shut up, man.
One touch the teeth. No
Just
one.
checking. Just checking. Need to be so rude.
Why don't you just go stand over there and stare at them, huh? Then you know that we'll never, ever touch them.
After,
Oh, I
Thank
don't
you.
want to get too close. You might wake the ghost up.
Oh my god.
I want to collect the gems, Mark.
Oh yeah.
And
So
that golden headband.
before I
So-
headed
Everything
over,
but the
they
teeth.
told me that the that the ghost was they knew it woke up. So that was fun.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Stupid teeth lovers.
Would have been nice to know.
So if you loot everything apart from Galax
The teeth.
Sunstrider's golden teeth, that's 2 silver bracers, a golden headband, and 4 gems, specifically jet, ruby, alexandrite, and chalcedony,
You're going to write them down, Carl.
and the sword.
Yeah,
Oh yes, and the magical sword.
yeah, I'm
of
holding on to the
awesomeness.
sword currently. All right, make sure I leave the teeth.
So 4 gems. Alexandrite. What was it again?
Jet.
Jet, ruby, alexandrite, and chalcedony.
Sound like the name of band members.
Those are
Yeah,
nice.
Tin-
Those are nice gems, actually.
Tin's gonna approach the tomb there and check. Just give a look at the book and make sure it wasn't disturbed or broken or destroyed in any
The
way.
books in thingies.
The book,
In the air.
the book is in a terrible state.
Is it in worse than when we got there though?
No,
Like, he telekinesis
not.
it up in the air.
he did the best that he could. The book, however, has been damaged simply just by age. Where are we?
Will a mending help here?
No, it's not so much a broken and fallen apart as in it has been quite literally decimated over age. So, one moment, please. I'm just going to give you I got a little handout for it somewhere.
Gonna check real quick to see if I have any spells that can help with that. I doubt it.
No history, like what you did earlier on the object.
Yeah, that will not give you the contents of the book. But there are silences powers that will actually repair it completely. But that's
Does anyone have
Silex
mending?
and much higher.
Yeah, I thought I saw a spell for restoring, but I don't know if I have it. Actually, I don't know if I have it written down. Is really more of what it is.
Okay. So there's only a couple of pages of it left. Corganard likewise he's now carefully using his telekinesis to gently tease the pages apart, and this is what he finds, and you'll see that uploaded into chat right now on Discord.
Discord.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
For those of you who don't have the literacy skill, Corganard
I
reads.
can't read.
It starts mid-sentence. Someone could not answer something. Then Galak goes on. But who has not heard of the mystical city of the silt? The green and fair realm at the heart of the choking dust. Too many people have seen it for such a place to not exist. Of that we can be certain. But what is it? How does life exist in the depths of the sea of silt? And why is it that none who have sought the wonderful city have ever returned? But I do not press the issue. In these bitter times, I am an outlaw and a renegade. I may have dedicated my life to answering questions, leaving the wars and squabbles of slaves and sorcerer kings for other men. But now I grow old, and the scant knowledge I have gathered must be recorded or lost again. And nor did I let the Terran's doubt dissuade me. He seems to be arguing with the Terran. I mean, we've all been there. I know that this was once a green world, a world of seas and forests. I know that this cruel and tormented world in which we live was shaped by our own hands. Sorcery, dark and evil, made Athas what it is today. But of all the things I have learned, of all the riddles I have answered, the greatest and darkest defies me still. I have seen the city and the silt, that wonderful and magical place that dances before the eyes of men dying of thirst. I have been there, and I tell you this, it is stark hell. In the very center of the Sea of Silt is a valley, a wound in the very earth itself. A furnace wind screams endlessly through this devastated realm, carrying away the silt in an eternal pile of choking dust, scouring the earth to bare rock. I followed the directions carved into the white stone that lies in the fane of Kal Arak, and by that wisdom I came safely through the great silt gyre and the doldrums and shoals that lie beyond it. Arriving at last beyond all obstacles, I passed into this valley, and I found fire and death. The earth is warped and barren, devoid of life. The sun is hidden behind the endless clouds of burning dust. And at the heart of this tortured place, a ring of burning rock encircles a city so large, my eye could not encompass it in one glance. I could not pass beyond the sea of molten rock. My companions were dead, and I was at the end of my strength. But before I turned away, I studied the city long and hard. Though you may think me a madman to say it, I know that city was 100 times greater than any I have ever seen, and I have visited every one of the cities of Tyr, from far Balak to ancient Ram. It was at that nameless city in the sea of molten rock that I saw the dragon. He falls silent here. It goes on for another page or more, with him describing his experiences there. But it is this that I came to find. The directions carved into the white stone that lies in the fane of Kal Arak. And by that wisdom I came safely. He's describing a map? A set of directions? Do any of you know what Kal Arak is?
Have I ever heard of anything like that?
Has Portek?
I'm going to need an ancient history roll for that, please.
I'm
The
pretty
lower the
sure
roll...
Tin's never heard.
No, if you get the straight number, I'll give you some information. If you beat it by 5, I'll give you more. And if you beat it by 10, I'll give you a lot more.
Do any of my knowledges apply?
Are any of them ancient history?
No.
Cosmology.
Local history, cosmology, archaeology.
Macfari, make me an archaeology roll before Portek makes his history roll.
Okay. Archaeology.
Nice. Okay. Macfari, you have heard the name Kal Arak in discussions of arcane lore as a place where the preserving arts were studied by using techniques normally reserved to defilers.
So this places it in the period of defiling, or in the time of magic?
Time of magic. Both, actually. It spans both. But Macfari, that's all you know. You know it as an example of somewhere where defiling energies can actually be, their techniques can be used by preservers.
And not drain the land.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Portek, give me a roll.
I relay this to the whoever is listening.
Okay. Portek, you recall it as an Aarakocra ruin. That's all.
Aarakocra ruin. It's an Aarakocra ruin.
Do we know where it is?
Do I?
In the Black Spine Mountains.
Black Spine Mountains.
And how far away is that from here? Or from Tyr, I suppose.
I will pull the map up. Okay, so just waiting for it to not be so blurry. So Tyr is over here on over this side.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are currently about here. That's where Kled is. The Black Spine Mountains are here.
Ah.
Between Gulg and Nibene.
Yes, it's the mountain chain that gives the rain shadow for the Crescent Forest. Actually,
Right.
Well, it looks like we're going to Gulg anyway.
yeah, yes, it does indeed seem that to be the
Not
case.
on your terms, though, you bastard.
No, not like it only took me 3 sessions.
And technically, we're not going to Gulg, right?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No.
Fine.
So,
You'll be able to see it though.
yeah.
I
I'm
can
gonna
see
not
my
look
house
at
from
it.
here.
I'll be like, no.
As long as they're not able to see us, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We need to do a little more research then, Holgenan says, to find this place.
Portek actually is going to proceed to painstakingly copy the whole text that we have here.
Gotcha. You can take the
Yeah.
PDF as a.
Yeah.
I'll help
That's the
him
thing.
decipher it as well.
Okay.
While he's leaning on this hilt of this sword and just looking at it.
Oh, yes, the sword. I presume there's going to be an identify cast at some point for that.
Yes, there will be. At some point.
Okay. So,
The sword of pointy stabbing.
Pointy stabby stuff.
there you go.
But until that time, we just use it. And then...
And hope that there are no horrible backlash for it.
what do we need?
So, you are one step closer.
Indeed. How's Ra's leg, by the way?
Slightly
Oh,
stabbed. Could be
Um,
worse.
It's my heart that hurts.
I'm gonna use the Sword of Camelot on her.
Are you?
Again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Stab her again.
That's 1d8, right?
It is indeed.
When she is more alone,
Oh,
I will
8.
apologize for holding
8.
her in place.
Nice. Okay.
Yes, I so I hold it out and I'm like, I'm sorry. I hope
Sword.
you're not mad at me.
No,
The
it's
sword
it's okay.
taketh away, but give it back.
Yes, exactly. This is yours.
That's okay.
The
I
healing-
understand.
The healing energies of the sword flood into your eye, and the majority of the wound that Bengal inflicted upon your leg heals.
Mostly.
We have been successful this day, Korganan says. I thank you for your assistance in retrieving this, and I put to you the same question as I put to you before. Would you come with me to seek the fane of Kal Arak, to read what is written upon the white stone?
Yes.
Well, I didn't get dressed up for nothing.
Wait, you've been dressed up?
Yeah, I've got my special sash.
How long
on.
has this been on for? What?
I'm wearing my special sash.
Oh, I'm sorry I never noticed until like the show was ending.
Let me feel it. Let me feel it.
It's very silky here.
Oh.
It's like my blindfold.
Oh, what material is that? It's gorgeous.
Is that suede? What?
Oh my god.
Velour.
It's velour.
It's a feather boa.
Oh my god, it is so fetch.
There is no finer way to leave it than that, please. We will end with Macfari's special sash. Success and victory beneath Fort Butcher. Nobody was forced to murder anybody else by the wraith. You have a magic sword. Hurrah!
And
a
we made
bunch of loot.
friends.
and you make
Yeah.
friends.
Don't touch my teeth.
Oh my good God.
We will pick this up next session. Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you those who watched and gave us your monies or your
Yes.
time or just your love. We are grateful for all of it. Thank you very much.